What's good, my peopleizations? What's good, my peopleizations? Jabari Bath, Fraylin Mendoza, Chosen One, Shepherd King. I'll explain. Terry Smoot Jr. I'll explain. Now, we got two huge announcements today. Big Block, what's going on? We got two huge announcements today, right? Two official announcements. We got the fight with Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter announced. Cuarto Loso, Terry Smoot Jr., what's going on? Nope. PLG Ski, what's going on? Kenton Griffin, what's going on? You're not going to get it. Terry Smoot Jr. It's not going to happen. Look how they're stolen it right now. It was at 57 for a while. Now it's 77. You're not going to get it. Arturo Salcedo, what's going on? Salute to San Diego. Ragnarok 9, what's going on? King Bills, what's going on, great brother? Eric Pryor, what's going on? So let me explain, because I know a lot of people are saying, hey, Blue, what you talking about? I know everybody's saying, hey, Blue, what you talking about? Let me explain. Smash the like button as you come in. So here we have a situation where we got two huge announcements today, two official announcements of two fights that we anticipated. My brother Emmanuel H. in the building. Of two fights that we anticipated, which is Naughty Crash, what's going on? Which is Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. And then another fight we was anticipating is Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Mike J, JM, what's going on? And so I know y'all saying, well, Blue, what are you talking about? Well, here it is. One fight is November 6th. The other fight is November 20th. What I mean by this, and what head-to-head, Jeffrey Lopez, what's going on, is because now you are going to get two pay-per-view events in 2 weeks span. Zach D, what's going on? Flame was 721, what's going on? TS Sim 7, what's going on? Jeffrey Lopez, what's going on? Now you're going to get two pay-per-view events 2 weeks apart. So essentially, you have the two A sides. You have Terence Crawford as the A side, headlining his card, and you're going to have Canelo Alvarez, the A side, headlining his card. Canelo Alvarez is already proven. Canelo Alvarez has been there before. You understand? Canelo Alvarez is going to do his numbers regardless. And his fan base is bigger than everybody else fighting in the month of November. Andre Wilkins, Rafael Carmona, what's going on? What I mean is Canelo Alvarez fan base is bigger than Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford, and Caleb Plant's fan base together. Mr. Tiger 441, what's going on? Right? Chris Garcia, what's going on? So to put Terence Crawford 2 weeks after Canelo on pay-per-view, is that putting him in a position where he's not going to be successful? Lugero Pacedo Boxing, Dwayne Jefferson, what's going on? Huh? Because we were all aware that Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant were looking to fight November 6th. Not only that, right? Let's talk about this. Okay? Not only that, Robert Esparza, what's going on? So not only that, right? You have to look at it from this standpoint as well and say to yourself this. This is the PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. They are involved with both cards. George Griffin, what's going on? Top Rank is not involved in both cards. PBC is involved in both cards. So here you're going to have 3 pay-per-views in a matter of 7 weeks. DeHaven Alexander, what's going on? Demetrius Bright, George Griffin, Adrian Vett, Vlad Farkas, what's going on? George Griffin, what's going on? Tone Capone 1. What's going on? So here you're going to have, we got 300 people. Let's get 300 likes. Lechy Puma Skills. Big Zoe. What's going on? You're going to have, in a matter of 7 weeks, you're going to have 3 pay-per-views. You're going to have Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, October 9th. Then November 6th, you're going to have Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant, MP WTF, Rob Montgomery, James Silver, what's going on? Eric and Mahogany Hatcher, what's going on? Megan Hatcher, what's going on? Shadow 979, what's going on? Where you been at? Thomas Moreland, what's going on? So you're going to have Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, October 9th. Then you're going to have Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez, November 6th. That's less than 4 weeks away. Pablo Escobar, what's going on? Right? Michael Lee, Neil Williamson, what's going on? Then you're going to have Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter 2 weeks after that fight. So in a matter of 7 weeks, you're going to have 3 pay-per-views. Bryson Searcy, what's going on? Benjamin Ragland, what's going on? You understand? Bobo, what's going on? Big Al House of Pain, what's going on? Stafford Poindexter, what's going on? Dwayne Jones. Jack Don. So, what's the last pay-per-view? Roberto Esparza. I'm sure Virgil Ortiz will be in position to get the winner because he's the mandatory challenger for the winner. But understand, the winner of this fight, Brandon Hill Sr., what's going on? The winner of this fight is going to be able to have a voluntary fight. Current events, EBD, what's going on? Grail Sabelli, Chua Coronado, what's going on? They're going to be allowed to have a voluntary defense. Rohan Joseph, what's going on? Walter Whitaker, what's going on? You understand? FSU, what's going on? Antonio King, what's going on? Smash the like button. 350 people. Let's get 350 likes. Ronald Clark, what's going on? So, huge news. I'm going to support all of the fight. Are the fans? King Farouk 54, what's going on? Are the fans going to do it? Jeffrey Spence, PMD 530, what's going on? William Old School on deck, my brother, what's going on? How you feeling? Chadwick Parks, what's going on? Shining Light, what's going on? Finally, Mo Fontenot, Baby Quan Quan, what's going on? Now, Tony Montgomery, what's going on? A lot of pressure on Terence Crawford. Alex Medina, what's going on? Sidell 2019, what's going on? We should have 300 likes. Eric Frederick, what's going on? I'm always like that, William Old School on that. Vince Williams, Giovanni Perez, Ray Gonzalez, what's going on? Smash the like button, man. They're playing with the stream again. Playing with it. So, Alejandro Cervez, what's going on? Brazy Too Deep, what's going on? Picasso, Fernando Blanco, what's going on? Yeah, wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. So now, Marvin Rollins Jr., what's going on? B. Martin, what's going on? Yeah, they're playing with the stream. Will UK, Boxing 79, what's going on, great brother? Vernon Arrington, what's going on? As usual. Jesse R. Trigger Treat. New Ambassador, what's going on? Philip P. Flame Walden, what's going on? Simple Soul. Coach 67 Sports TV, what's going on? Brandon Algria, what's going on? I finally figured out how to enter the chat. Jackie Kane. Rashad McBath, what's going on? Now, Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, what's going on, great brother? Terrell Brooks, what's going on? Smash the like button. T. Scott, Wendell Thomas. Do me a favor, donate $1 to the super chat. Refresh the super chat. Justin Robbins, what's going on? I already got 7 people talking about they can't send the super chat. Put $1 in the super chat. Refresh the super chat for me, my good people. Angel Torres, what's going on? Derek Lamb, what's going on? TB Boxing, what's going on? Damian Milton, what's going on? Not sending out the notifications, and now nobody can super chat. Coach Show Drive Race Ball, what's going on? Amazing. The SS family, what's going on? Amazing. D Fresh Hand Fly Boy, Marrow, what's going on? It's amazing, man. Curtis Price, what's going on? Jesse R, my brother in the super chat. He said refresh. Salute. Appreciate you. I don't understand, man. Lloyd Chaos of Christ, what's going on? Rico Breland, what's going on? How you feeling, Lloyd Chaos of Crisis? What's going on, great brother? Paul Carrick, what's going on? My brother Simple Soul in the super chat, dropping that 3/4 of a duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Lost Me, what's going on? Sherman Callahan, what's going on? My brother B. Martin in the super chat. Much appreciated, brother. Robin Gonzalez, what's going on? Amazing, man. Corporate Thug 15, Green Hulk Dunham, what's going on? James, I'm trying to allow more people come in as they're not sending out the notifications. They're blocking people out. Man, it's a move for lifestyle. What's going on? AJ64, Rasheed Weeks, what's going on? They're blocking people out. My brother William Old School on Denton super chat. I got ported by Decision Blue. It's going to be a great fight. All right. William Old School on Denton. I think it's going to be fight of the year. Emmanuel Palmer, what's going on? Howard Dixon, what's going on? Howard Dixon said, yes, Blue Blood Sports, you are the best from Canada. Salute to Canada. Yeah, William Old School on Denton. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I can't wait to see it. A lot of people, William Old School on Denton, is going with Shawn Porter, I see. I'm surprised. Jay Gadget, what's going on? Julius Thompson, what's going on? Demetrius Bright, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue Blood. Salute, Kirk. Blessings. Salute to you, great brother. My brother, Bish, be Megastar in the building. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little cousins, friends with little kids, have them subscribe to KK Penson TV. Again, have them subscribe to KK Penson TV. My brother, Bish, be Megastar, his little princess's channel. Bish, drop the link. Sleep with one eye open. Tani Marie, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Ray Wright 3, what's going on? Tori Harris, Brian Nobley, Barfield, what's going on? Clarence Higgins, Mark Almighty. Box fans, what's going on? I'm trying to let more people come in. You see they're playing with the stream, right? It goes up to 370, then it drops down to 303. It goes to 350, then it drops down to 301. It went up to 365, then it dropped down to 286. Smash the like button. Sal Lozado, what's going on? Kyle Brown, King Swisher. And just like yesterday, then everybody coming in and they're like, what happened? What happened? Via Ferreira, Black Love, Black Powder, what's going on? Amazing. So anyway, we got 400 people. Let's get 400 likes. Alan Day said, Bud in an easy KO. I think Terence Crawford gonna win. I'm not slighting Shawn Porter. I think you're gonna get God's greatest. What's going on? Joel Catron, what's going on? Prawn Cat 2006, what's going on? Dent Johnny, what's going on? Chilltown Majors. I think that you're gonna get the best version of both guys, but the best version of Terence Crawford is more versatile. ONN Senior X, what's going on? Kennard Smith, what's going on? I think Arthur Levant, what's going on? Is able to James Aromo, what's going on? I think he's able to make more adjustments than Shawn Porter. And I think that's the difference in the fight. DJ Eddie King, what's going on? But Terence Crawford is now going to compete with Canelo Alvarez for pay-per-views. Dundee Cooper, no way Porter will get KO'd. Will not get KO'd. No way Porter will not get KO'd. Nasty Nate, 1700, my brother in the super chat. What's going on, Blue Blood? Loving the style matchup with Porter and Crawford. Would like to see Errol versus Bud if he wins. That's 2 fights away for Terence Crawford. Shanique the GOAT, Robert Singleton, Amanda Holt, what's going on? Butch Cassidy, what's going on? I'm telling you guys now, let me prepare you. You're not going to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight immediately after Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, should he beat Shawn Porter. Brooklyn Born, what's going on? You're not going to see that. Let me prepare you right now. That's not what you're going to see next. I would love to see that fight. But, again, Errol Spence is going to be coming off of an injury. Right? That's not what you're going to see next. You're more likely to see Errol Spence versus Your Danis Ugas, Manny Pacquiao rematch winner. Pablo Escobar, what's going on? Right? You're more likely to get that fight, him to fight the winner of that fight, before you get Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. That's the biggest fight in boxing, and they want to be assured that both guys is 100%. This fight with Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter, Travis Ned, what's going on? Big Truck Trapstar, what's going on? Is going to build up that fight. Hopefully, Terence Crawford understands that this is the fight that is going to be his momentum. This is why I say I feel like you're going to get the best version of Terence Crawford. This is going to be, he knows, at least he should know, this is a momentum fight, right? He can't look back. You understand? He is either going to fight after the Shawn Porter fight, should he be victorious, in November. He needs to be back in the ring, depending upon how the fight plays out, you know, barring any injuries and things of that nature, if he should win, right? Jimmy Bernard, what's going on? He needs to be back in the ring no later than February. Pablo Escobar, my brother in the super chat, much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Cedric Williams, my brother in the super chat, he said, Bud adjusts too well. I see Porter winning early rounds, but then Bud adjusts and takes the late rounds and knocks him down twice. No KO. Respect Porter. I agree with that. I can see that. Teldrin Lathers, what's going on? Where you been at? So let me explain this to you, right? This is a fight. This is a momentum fight for Terence Crawford. He beat Shawn Porter. See, it's not a momentum fight for Shawn Porter. It's a stay in the this is a stay stay in the club move on Shawn Porter, right? This is a fight where Shawn Porter stays in that upper echelon club. You understand? He wins. He loses, he's going to drop out that level of fighters. You understand? He loses. Shawn Porter loses, he's going to drop a level below everybody. This is a fight that's going to keep Shawn Porter up there and relevant. Big Texas Clayton Smith, my brother, what's going on? Shawn Porter loses, he's going to drop down a notch. And then the fights that people are going to demand to see from Shawn Porter is no longer going to be these upper echelon fights, but it'll be the Jerron Boots Ennis fight, Virgil Ortiz Jr. fight, Speedy Rashidi Ellis fight, Conor Benn fight. You understand? Those are the level of fights people going to want to see him in. And at that point in time, Tyrone's boxing, what's going on? At that point in time, he's going to have to accept those fights because those are the biggest money fights he's going to be allowed to make. And if you're Terence Crawford, you beat Shawn Porter, right? At that point in time, there's only two names you looking to fight in February, early March. That is Virgil Ortiz Jr., because he has a lot of momentum right now, and or Keith Thurman. That is it. And I'm Lori Bay, Peace Bless Queen. How you doing today? Tony J, what's going on? It's Keith Thurman, right? Robert Blackshear, what's going on? Montreal, Virginia Beach, Kenroy Lloyd, what's going on? It's either Keith Thurman or it is Virgil Ortiz Jr. And if Keith Thurman is not ready, because I saw reports and I've heard that Keith Thurman ain't even going to fight this year. That's a shame. Champion Hart, my brother, what's going on? Ready Reg 911, what's going on, great brother? Right? Mike Wilson, what's going on? I've heard now that Keith Thurman may not even fight this year. I've heard that Keith Thurman may not fight. Jose Ayala, what's going on? He may not even fight this year. Right? If Keith Thurman don't fight this year, that's a shame. His career is essentially nosediving. They ain't going to tell you, but that's what's going on. And then guess what Keith Thurman is going to turn into? Tay Brown, Peace Bless Queen, salute to the 11520 and the 11550. Right? Sal Lozado, what's going on? So now listen to this, right? AJ64, what's going on? Cameron Blackwell, what's going on? Art Doherty, what's going on? Right? Here's the thing. Keith Thurman is going to turn into the guy that Shawn Porter is trying to avoid turning into. Now nobody's going to want to see Keith Thurman in that fight. Tiana Scott, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing today? Nobody's going to Via Ferreira, what's going on? nobody's going to want to see Keith Thurman against these fighters. Because for one, he ain't going to come out of Keith Thurman ain't fight. Now we're going on 3 years. It's over 2 years. Hamilton still won. What's going on? Last time Keith Thurman fought was 2019 against Manny Pacquiao, July 2019. If he don't fight this year, he's looking at fighting in the fall. I mean, in the spring or summertime. That would be 3 years. Dennis James TV, what's going on? Raymaker, Willie Wynn, what's going on? You're going on 3 years with Keith Thurman not being in the ring. Trey, what's going on? Jorge Queller, what's going on? Right? That's too long. And guess what? Then he's going to come back. Azeek Young, what's going on? Then he's going to come back, and he ain't going to come back and fight none of these guys. He's going to come back and fight, tune-up fights. Reggie Red, salute to B-More. Baltimore in the building, salute. Right? Then he's going to fight a tune-up fight, right? Terry Smooth Jr. says, stop this. Keith Thurman is still a major contender. Yeah, with who? Parkway Relion, what's going on? With who? Where? Show me. How? He's fought 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, and he lost. Prior to that, he fought Josito Lopez, and he nearly got stopped in that fight. What has he done? Where is he? I love Keith Thurman, but what is he doing? DJ Eddie King, what's going on? What is he doing? Where is he? We got 570 people. We should have 570 likes. Right? Klotz, what's going on? I'm just keeping it real. I love Keith Thurman. He's good. He's great for the sport. He's very skilled. But where is he? What is he doing? M Stacks 85, what's going on? Peace, bless to the queen. I am Lori Baby in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. She said, what's up, Blue? If Porter fight anything like how he fought Spence or better, Bud gonna have some problems. Can't pick a winner. Both have the ability to win the fight. Hashtag Philly joint. And here's the thing. Rafael Elizondo, what's going on? Salute to Texas. Here's the thing about that. I am Lori Baby. Peace, bless to the queen. Christian Avila, what's going on? Here's the thing about that, right? Is that you're going to get a better version of Shawn Porter than you got against Errol Spence. Because now you're going to get a desperate Shawn Porter on top of that. Tex Rock, what's going on? And Shawn Porter knows that Terence Crawford has never been in a fight of this magnitude. And Shawn Porter knows that Terence Crawford is being questioned, right? He knows there's a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford, right, to put up, right? Peter Frescobar, what's going on? He knows the position he's in and Terence Crawford in. So you're going to get the best version. Peter Frescobar, what's going on? You're going to get the best version of Shawn Porter you ever seen. Because for one, you're talking about Shawn Porter. This is a dude that's it's always in shape. He brings it anyway. Now you're putting his back against the wall. You are going to get the best version of Shawn Porter you ever seen. Maurice Knight, what's going on? Solar Power, what's going on? You're going to get the best version of Shawn Porter you ever seen. But on the flip side of that, you're going to get the best version of Terence Crawford you ever seen. Peace be free, what's going on? You're going to get the best version of Terence Crawford you ever seen. Why you say that, Blue? Because they both have a point to prove. The rubber's going to meet the road. Young Fortune, what's going on? Tyrone's Boston, my brother in the super chat, he said, much respect to you, great brother. How many likes we got? Because I need y'all to get the likes all the way up. I need y'all to support the channel, donate to the channel, because getting a lot of people saying they can't super chat. They can't even text in the chat. Riser92, G Code, my brother. K Mallory 504, what's going on? I'm getting a lot of people saying they can't text, they can't send super chats, right? And they're in my inbox right now, right? That's a distraction, and I don't understand that. I don't know what the problem is. Victor Torres, what's going on? Solar Power, brother in the super chat, he says, salute, Blue, salute to you, great brother. And it seems like it's a lot of new people. John Mayfield, what's going on? Hey, look at John Mayfield. Finally, I got a notification. This would be the issue, man. Devontae Richardson, my brother. What's going on, great brother? Darian Richardson, what's going on? Smash that like button, people. Burgess Meredith, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. Let's get the likes up right now to 700. Right now, get the likes up to 700. Please get the likes all the way up. Isaiah Hernandez, Morgan Beard, what's going on? G Sedo, what's going on? So, Mike Hart, what's going on? Double J, what's going on? So I know a lot of people are questioning, Blue, what are you talking about? Canelo versus Terence Crawford. And what do you mean they putting Terence Crawford in a bad position? Because here's why. Big Snack Pack, what's going on? I feel like this. They understand that Terence Crawford has 2 other pay-per-views that he's competing with. Isaac Carr, what's going on? And you put one, he's 2 weeks after a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez, Boat TV, what's going on? Okay? And he's on pay-per-view. He hasn't done very well on pay-per-view. Now, Shawn Porter, his one pay-per-view was with Errol Spence. Now, there's many barometers here. Devin Bailey, what's going on? Maurice Gaines, what's going on? There's many barometers here that we're dealing with. Bad boy, be good. What's going on? Okay. For one, you got to say Errol Spence and Shawn Porter did 325,000 pay-per-views. That's me. What's going on? Jethro 66, David John. What's going on? You understand? And then on top of it, Terence Crawford hasn't done well on pay-per-view. You understand? And so now he beat Shawn Porter. The fight everybody want to see is him and Errol Spence. Errol Spence is already money in the bank. You understand? He's already done big pay-per-views. So now you're asking Terence Crawford, he's going to compete with that. Because to negotiate with Errol Spence, right? Tex Rock, what's going on? To negotiate with Errol Spence, you're going to have done, well, I fought Shawn Porter and I did 325,000. Markeitha Nard, what's going on? Peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? Right? I fought salute to my brother Solar Power in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue. Salute to you, Solar Power. Appreciate you. Right? I fought him. Raza 92, Windy City A. What's going on? I fought him. Jannar Allison. What's going on? What's going on, great brother? I fought him and I did 325,000 pay-per-views. You fought him and you did. You understand? And now you putting up against Canelo Alvarez. Only 2 weeks later. Are people going to turn around, have that quick of a turnaround? Right? Alan Barder Ramos, what's going on? And support it. Robert Jaramillo, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Nothing but support from Colorado. Blue, salute to you, great brother. Always coming through, always support. You understand? Marcus King, what's going on? Boston Social Network, what's going on? My brother Solo Productions in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, Blue. It's a win-win for me for the winner of Porter Crawford. I wouldn't mind seeing a Porter Spence rematch. Spence toughest fight so far, my opinion. No, it's not even your opinion. That's a fact. Matt Arms, what's going on? Morgan Bear, what's going on? That's a fact. That's Errol Spence's toughest fight in his career thus far. LaShawn Willingham, what's going on? At least to that meets our eyes. You understand? Because I looked at some fights with Floyd Mayweather and I say, man, that Miguel Cotto fight was tough. That Marcos Maidana first fight was tough, right? The second half of the Luis Castillo fight, right? That was tough. But Floyd Mayweather would say that's not the toughest fight in my career. That would be one Emmanuel Augustus. So at least in our eyes, that was the toughest fight in Errol Spence's career, right? Thus far, I believe. Competitive-wise, I think it is, right? Jannar Allison, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Mr. Williams, what's going on? Mark Fralin, what's going on? Fly Guy Indy, my brother. Stiff Jabs, what's going on? He said Porter Crawford going to do 150 to 175. That ain't enough. Marcus Forsett, what's going on, brother in the super chat? Back-to-back pay-per-views right before Black Friday. Wow. Yeah. Juan Vaughn Noel, what's going on? Yeah, and that's another thing, right, Marcus Forsett? This is pay-per-views right behind. This is pay-per-views right behind, right in front of Thanksgiving. Right? So, 513 Road Natty, my brother, what's going on? and I'm just simply speaking, I believe it's going to be successful. I'm just simply speaking from a negotiation standpoint. Shawn Porter don't have to worry about from a negotiation standpoint with Errol Spence. He don't have to worry about that. Lester Duvall, what's going on? If Shawn Porter wins the fight, he don't have to worry about negotiation tactics with Errol Spence Jr. He don't have to do that. He's already been in a fight with Errol Spence, and he's part of that other half that did the 325. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that, and I believe that what has bolstered this Caleb Plant Canelo Alvarez fight. All West, what's going on? What has bolstered this Canelo Alvarez Caleb Plant fight is the storyline now. The storyline for Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez has gotten massive because of the storyline. Big D, what's going on? Not only just what's at stake, but now the fact that we hear and see, right, this situation with Oscar Valdez. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that Caleb Plant called out their whole team. And on top of that, Caleb Plant is with Andre Ward. So the storyline for Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez is huge. You understand what I'm saying? And so, right, if you're Terence Crawford, you're in a position where King Judah, what's going on? Clark Henry, what's going on? You're already being questioned. People are already saying, man, can this dude actually put on? You understand? Is this dude? There's a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford. You understand? There's a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford because people want to see Slim Jim 314, my brother, what's going on? And Kit Lamb, what's going on? The Phoenix, what's going on? You understand? People want to see, is Terence Crawford truly the guy that, is a pound for pound fighter in the world? You understand? I believe he is. I believe for sure that Terence Crawford is going to live up to the bill. And I think this is going to be fight of the year. No doubt. I have no doubt that this is going to be fight of the year. You understand? And salute to my brother L Dub Boxing. Go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Virgil Ortiz has moved up in the IBF rankings, so he's working his way to be Errol Spence's mandatory. Nicholas Barnes, what's going on? Right? So SK Level, Leandre Robinson, what's going on? So he's Officer Hernandez, what's going on? Steven Robinson, what's going on? So he's working his way up to be the mandatory challenger for Errol Spence as well. He's putting himself in a great position. My question is, how come Jerron Boots Ennis isn't in that position? How come we only have 450? I'm going to stop this stream, man. I am. 700 people, and we don't even have 500 likes. Kelly Howard, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, been a while. What's going on, Blue? What's going on with you, great brother? I appreciate you. Mr. Williams, what's going on? We got 730 people, and we don't even have 500 likes. Let me know when y'all get the likes all the way up to at least 700. Get the likes to 700. Brick Boy Jones, what's going on? Get the likes up, man. That's ridiculous, man. We just gonna moonlight? Participate. Jonathan 97, what's going on? Ernest Brown, what's going on? Smash the like button. Casanova James, what's going on? Chantel Hill, what's going on? Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keon in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Everything Boxing and Sports. Keon, drop the link. Jafari Ray said 500 out of 700 is good. Maybe good for you. It ain't good for me. Pat Roy, what's going on? Get the likes up right now to 750. 700 to 750. I don't care about it's not good for me. Cody Maxwell, what's going on? William Sad, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. So anyway, salute to my brother Kelly Howard in the super chat, dropping that half on your boy Blue in the super chat. Henry King, 24 Vaughn, what's going on? So now Tyrone Jones, what's going on? Sergio Gonzalez, what's going on? So Mike Smith, what's going on? So anyway, right? I think we're going to get a fight of the year fight, right? In this situation. Like I said, my only issue with it is Leandre Robinson, Dwayne Williams, what's going on? Marvin Romero, what's going on? If you Terence Crawford and your team, are you saying Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? Are you recognizing that you're up against Canelo Alvarez and Shawn Porter and Errol Spence? You have a lot to prove in this fight. You have to prove physically in the fight that you belong on this level. And on top of it, your star power. Because guess what? You told the world that you weren't willing to accept a 60-40 split in favor of Errol Spence because your brand is just as big as his brand. Sharon Harris, what's going on? Now you have a barometer, right? You have a fight, right? Vision, what's going on? You have a fight with a guy now on the highest level, right? And that Errol Spence has fought, okay? Errol Spence fought in a fight of the year fight with Shawn Porter, and his pay-per-view did 325,000. Okay, so he performed and it's so well ticket-wise. So now you have the same opportunity to do the same thing, right? And you're competing. The difference is they didn't have to compete. They didn't have to compete with Canelo Alvarez pay-per-views and Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury pay-per-views. Lester Duvall, what's going on? Are people going to grow tired? Joe Smile, what's going on? And say, listen, I ain't putting up another pay-per-view. Amanda Carrillo, what's going on? Japhet Torres, what's going on? People yeah, they both bro unique. What's going on? Amado Carrillo, he said 34 years old and no big names boxers in his resume. And I agree with you, right? This is the biggest name on his resume. They both going to be 34 years of age. Shawn Porter turns 34 October 27th, and Terence Crawford turns 34 September 28th. So they both will be 34 years old, right? This is absolute peak of their prime. You understand? Michael Moore, what's going on? And this is the thing, right? So my thing is this, like I said, Terence Crawford don't have time. Shawn Porter, he has more time and more wiggle room. Shawn Porter wins the fight. Shawn Porter has more options. He has more wiggle room. Okay. Shawn Porter can have a lesser fight and then go into a bigger fight. He can do that. No, my brother's keeper, what's going on? John Mayfield, what's going on? No, that can't be the case. Rashad Akbar, what's going on? Michael McGee, what's going on, great brother? How you been? Where you been at, great brother? So Terence Crawford don't have that wiggle room. He don't have that luxury. Shawn Porter has to go straight away from Shawn Porter, right? Terence Crawford has to go straight away from a Shawn Porter fight, and he has to put up. He has to put up. He has to stop Shawn Porter because there's many people out there questioning Terence Crawford. They're saying, is Terence Crawford belong on this? Look who he knocked out. He ain't never fight nobody. Like the brother just said, 34 years of age and don't have no big names on his resume. John Kramer, what's going on? Anthony Shelton, what's going on? AKA F, mess with your boy. F what you heard. What's going on? So now he has to put up. Dope boy, what's going on? He has to let the world know I belong on this level and I can do this. I can have the same performances against this level of fighters that I had against that level of fighters. Because if he doesn't, people are going to question him. You understand? And if the pay-per-view don't sell and he struggles with Shawn Porter, right? When it comes to Errol Spence, people are going to say, see, Damon Hickman, what's going on? Eldamir Motto, what's going on? Right? Then David Freeman, what's going on? Then Henry King, what's going on? People are going to start to say, see, you said your brand, you didn't take the Errol Spence. You understand? So his back is against the wall. He's in the corner. And he got to come out swinging. He got to make a statement. Again, Shawn Porter, it's for Shawn Porter at 34, it's staying relevant. Nightwolf Villa 14, what's going on? Lavelle Williams, what's going on? For Blaine Walker, what's going on? Chris Brooks, what's going on? For Shawn Porter, this is a fact. This is a case of he's fighting to stay relevant at that highest level. You understand? For Terence Crawford, he's looking to prove a point that he arrived at 34 years of age. That's complete. Jose Juarez, what's going on? That's completely two different. That's two different. Responsibilities. Origin, what's going on? He said, y'all are hilarious. We're talking about Pillowfish Shawn Porter. Right. You talking about Pillowfish Shawn Porter. Nobody's ever blown him out. So why are you talking about his punching power? Darius Yoon, what's going on? Michael McGee, my brother in Super Chat. He said, what is your true prediction? I don't have one right now. I don't have one right now. Melanie Gardens, what's going on? I don't have one right now. I think Terence Crawford is going to win. I think that he's going to, I don't know how he's going to win, but I believe he's going to win. I just don't know how he's going to win, my great brother. Mar, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping a half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, salute, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Mike Hughes, what's going on? I don't, 817 Boston B, what's going on? I don't have an official prediction for the fight. I think that Terence Crawford is going to win the fight. I think that Terence Crawford, is just more versatile. Right now, Big Theodore, what's going on? I can't tell you if he's going to knock him out in the 7th round and things like that. Can't get that deep with it because I don't feel it yet. COE Films, what's going on? President Jafar, what's going on? I don't feel it yet. So I just feel like he's going to win. Reggie Reg, brother in Super Chat, if Bud knocks out Porter, the pay-per-view numbers doesn't matter as much. That's a barometer to the fight. Yeah, I agree. If he wins in dramatic fashion, no, he's still got to do big numbers. He's still got to do big numbers. When it comes to him and Errol Spence negotiating, he's still going to have to do big numbers. Still. Even if he knock out Shawn Porter in dramatic fashion. Yeah, that's going to say he belongs in that pound-for-pound conversation. But when it comes to negotiation, his brand outside the ring, he needs this fight to sell. In competition, we already know who he is in competition. That just solidifies it. But as far as his brand, he's still going to have to show us that he's a draw when it comes to negotiating with Errol Spence, period. Muqtasid Abdul Mateen, brother in Super Chat. Keep doing your thing, homie. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Shawn Johnson, what's going on? Jason Williams, what's going on? Vision Omega Bronzeman, what's going on? You understand? So he's still going to have to prove that he belongs in that conversation. You understand? Dion Folks, what's going on? Mods, what's going on? Him knocking him out is just going to let us know that, yeah, I belong in this conversation. It confirms it, right? But the pay-per-views do 100,000, your brand is still not bigger. And now you definitely going to have to fight a Keith Thurman and or Virgil Ortiz Jr. You see what I'm saying? Solo production, my brother in Super Chat. AB finally got his back in the gym and training. Yeah, man, he do that every so often, though. He should have been there. He should have never stopped after his fight. He should have never stopped after his fight. After his last fight, he should have never not been in the gym. That's the problem with AB. We shouldn't be talking about he back in the gym. He should have never left the gym. He should have never left the gym. That's the problem with him. Michael McGee, brother in the Super Chat. That's on Bob. It's not a big fight. That's on Bob. Is it? If it's not a big fight, you mean? That's on Bob if it's not a big fight? No, that's on Terence Crawford as well. Sharon Harris, what's going on? It's on Terence Crawford as well. He got to sell the fight. You see right now he's quiet. Where is he? Where is he? You can't be quiet. Rodolfo Rios, what's going on? Anton Martin, what's going on? No, you can't be quiet. You see, Canelo Alvarez, he told a Latin media outlet, wherever they are, Kings Code 415, what's going on? Immediately, once upon us being notified that the fight is official between him and Caleb Plant, he told I don't know what media outlet it is, and it's in Spanish. Babyface Nelson 402, what's going on? But he told them already, let's see if Caleb Plant can, back up his words. Now Caleb Plant gonna have to back it up. All his words. You understand what I'm saying? Immediately. Now Terence Crawford should have been tweeting out. Now I don't know if he did or not as of this moment, he should, you know, he should be all over social media, letting the world know. Now let's see if Shawn Porter can back up his. He kept calling me out. Let's see if he backs it up. Right? It's up to him as well. He allowed Bob to do this to his career. You understand what I'm saying? Now he has to take the reins and control it. Douglas Bronzy 13, what's going on? Now it's up to Terence Crawford, L. Harper Reptiles, what's going on? It's up to Terence Crawford right now to say, okay, now here's my big fight that you've been looking for. Here's my big fight. Okay? It's a pay-per-view fight. He cannot sit back and not say nothing. He can't sit back. How many likes we got? He can't just sit idle and say, okay, the fight is made. Now I'm just going to go ahead with the fight. No, it don't work that way. Southern T Boxing and Sports. My brother, Southern T Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to my brother, Southern T Boxing and Sports. Tech Savage, what's going on? He can't do that. He can't afford to do that. He's 34 years old. He can't afford to sit back and say, I'm going to let the fight play out. Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? Nope, he can't do that. Baltimore in the building. He can't afford to do that. Terence Crawford right now, he has to let the boxing world know, let the fans know, let the casual fans know. He needs to tweet out. He needs to do whatever he needs to do to let the world know that he's here. He got a big fight, and he's going to make Shawn Porter pay for continuously calling him out. Markeitha Nard said, we got 647 likes. We got almost 800 people here, and we only got 600 likes. 800 people here almost, and don't even have 700 likes. Wayne Robinson, what's going on? Tiana Scott, peace bless Queen, what's going on? Demetrius Hall, what's going on? Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes all the way up. We should be near 1K likes already. How are we not even at 700? Smash the like button. A. McKinney, Boxing Dad, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. If you haven't smashed it, smash it. Get the likes all the way up. So, Fernando Byrne, what's going on? I'm only paying for Canelo Alvarez fight. Don't care for the other fight. How could you not care for? Then you're not a fan of Fernando Byrne. You're not a fan of sport of boxing. Just say that. Nuka Lodian, what's going on? Right? 8% likes sound good to me. Humble yourself. Humble yourself, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Don't tell me humble myself. Goodbye. So, goodbye. Don't tell me humble myself. Get him out of here. Deuces. Now humble that. So anyway, Fernando Byrne, you said you only paying for Canelo Alvarez fight. Well, why? Full movie episode. What's going on? Why would you only pay for Canelo Alvarez fight? Well, you told me why. You're not a fan of the sport of boxing. Iron Levent, what's going on? You're clearly not a fan of the sport of boxing. Period. John Mayfield, 704. On your end, I don't want to have to explain this anymore. What the numbers you see and the numbers I see is completely different because I'm the content creator. So you may see 700 people. I'm telling you the numbers I see. So it don't matter what you guys see. It's what matters what I see. I know the real numbers. LV Live, my brother, what's going on? Darryl Williams, what's going on? What's going on? Harlem in the building. New Jersey, what's going on? Darius Graham, what's going on? Woody B, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? You got to look at it. So now you got to look at it like this, right? And say to yourself, you can't sit back and say, I'm going to allow it to come to me. Woody B, what's going on? You can't sit back and say, you're going to allow it. Eddie Rowland, what's going on? Melvin Campbell, Anthony Ortiz, what's going on? And please, again, people, donate $1 to the super chat. I got 3 more people saying they can't send a super chat. I don't know what's going on. Mr. Kaboom, what's going on? I have no clue what's going on. I can't tell you guys why you can and can't send a super chat. Because I don't know. Some people they allow to send it. Some people it just blocked. I don't know why. I have no clue. I apologize to Prince. What's going on? I know people want to support me. They want to support the channel. And I appreciate y'all 1,000%. Blue Arc, what's going on? Vince Williams, what's going on? But I can't tell you why you can't send a super chat. I don't know what's going on. Juan D. Leon, what's going on? Juan De Leon, what's going on? I can't tell you. I apologize. Sweet Jones, what's going on? I have no clue. My brother Emmanuel H in the super chat dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue Kings and Queens in the chat. There really is only a few left in boxing that's really about that action. These other dudes just all smoke and mirrors. Shaking my head. I agree. And it's this, right? And so here's the thing, right? Like I was saying, if you say if you come in and you say I'm only buying Canelo's pay-per-view, well, you told me why. But this is the thing. Then people will say, "Oh man, there's none of that favoritism in the sport of boxing." Ray 24 Kobe, what's going on? There's no favoritism. Yeah, sure it is. Sure it is. You're not a fan of the sport of boxing. As I tell people, right? All Manny Pacquiao fans are not fans of the sport of boxing. They're Filipino fans. He has a lot of Filipino support because of what he represents. He represents them. Kevin Michael Martinez, what's going on? He represents the Philippine Moyo Source, what's going on? He represents the Filipino people. He represents them and the Filipino people. And then you have a lot of Filipino people that support Manny Pacquiao. They're not fans of the sport of boxing. They're just fans of Manny Pacquiao because he represents them. So you have a lot of Mexican fans that are fans of Canelo Alvarez simply because he represents their flag. They're not fans of the sport of boxing. And there you have it. Like the brother said, I'm only buying Canelo Alvarez fight. Well, all these great fights that we have on the verge of in the sport of boxing. My brother's keeper, Prince, what's going on? All these great fights. Eric O, what's going on? If you can say I'm only buying Canelo Alvarez fight, well, you told me why. Period. There's nobody that should be saying they're not buying Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Sweet Jones, what's going on? Unless they don't know about it. They're casual fans that don't know about the sport. That's different. Zeke Young, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Just showing support, Blue. Appreciate the gems you be dropping, brother. Hashtag Charlotte, hashtag 704 in the building. Salute to you, great brother. Right? So, if I appreciate you, my brother Ezekiel. So, 3D Gariffi, what's going on? Gariffi, what's going on? So that's my thing, right? Crimson Enigma, what's going on? Art Espinoza, Jorge Qualls, what's going on? Michael Woodard, what's going on? Jorge Quells, he says, look what he says. You are. See, when you come in and you say that I am, that's who you are when you look in the mirror. Daniel Jason, what's going on? So that's the you looking at it through your lenses. James Roper Davis, what's going on? Curtis Sewell, what's going on? Because you're not honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. See, Kanal Williams, my brother, where you been at? When you're honest with yourself and who you are, Shabazz Prophet, what's going on? You'll feel much more relieved in your life, everyday life. Just be who you are. And Tomar, I can't help it. Corporate Thug 15, what's going on? Tune, what's going on? Just accept who you are. Then you don't have to spew it out to everybody else. Gio James Khalil 98, what's going on? You'll feel better in life, accepting who you are. Be honest with yourself, right? You come here and, oh man, this guy is this and this guy is that. Blaine Walker, what's going on? Jeff Briscoe, what's going on? Moses King, what's going on? No, you just letting the world know and us know who you are. DP Rocker, my brother, what's going on? Plain and simple. No other way to slice it. Brian Dungy, what's going on? You tell on yourself every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Ketty Peach 504, my brother, what's going on? Every single time you tell on yourself. Gilbert Vargas, he said, "Are you comparing Bud with Canelo?" No, I can't. You can't compare Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. There's no comparison, Gilbert Vargas. Doug Nello Alvarez, what's going on? Kevin Michael Martinez, what's going on? Jay Samuels, what's going on? My point in saying this is this, right? Gilbert Vargas. Here's the thing. They putting Terence Crawford up, Boxers S, what's going on? Up against Canelo Alvarez. By putting him on pay-per-view 2 weeks after Canelo Alvarez fight for Undisputed, in a fight that's going to get a lot of traction because of the storyline between himself and Caleb Plant, is putting him in a bad position, in my opinion. Daniel Jason, what's going on? E2G Performance, what's going on? It's putting them in a bad position, in my opinion. They're both going to fight in Vegas. One at the Mandalay Bay, one at the T-Mobile, right? Phil Basin, what's going on? Lawrence House, what's going on? Eddie Rowland, what's going on? You're just putting them, in my opinion, you're just putting them in a bad position. You're putting them in a position where he needs to succeed pay-per-view wise. He needs to show the boxing world he belongs. He needs to show the boxing world my brand is massive. I can sell. I'm a draw. You understand? And putting him on pay-per-view 2 weeks after Canelo Alvarez, and what is that? 2, 4, 6 weeks after, or 5 weeks after Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. D-Work 213. What's going on? All Espinoza. What's going on? All Espinoza said Canelo ain't no. Really? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Stop trying to defend the obvious. Dwayne Williams, what's going on? We can't listen. We have to be realistic. Let's be realistic, okay? I don't care. Don't tell me how it got there. The Zelly Show, what's going on? If you wasn't there, don't try to tell me how it got there. Lawrence House, what's going on? If this brother tested positive for Kimbuterol, don't tell me how it got there, because you wasn't there. You don't know how it got there. All you doing is going off of what he said, how it got there. Right now, right? I could tell you, I got my hair cut from a barber in New Jersey today. Corey Silver, what's going on? Or PJ Colazzo, what's going on? Is that I got a haircut? How you gonna know if I got my haircut, where I got my haircut? You don't know. St. Louis Mick, my brother, what's going on? Escalara Gustavo, what's going on? Corey Silver said, I'm sorry, but nobody can beat Canelo right now. I mean, nobody. Okay, we're going to find out, right? Just got to keep the same energy. Boxing Guru, what's going on? He already lost. We already saw that. He has a loss and 2 draws. So I don't know why we continue. Daniel Jason, what's going on? Albert, what's going on? Why we act like he's invincible or like he can't lose? We already watched him lose, and then he has multiple controversial wins on his resume. My bad, Swally Gig, what's going on? Jason Williams, what's going on? Jesus Barabi, what's going on? Let's be honest with ourselves. Dub Blake 22, what's going on? Can we be honest? Right? We witnessed this dude lose to Floyd Mayweather. Right? A lot of people feel like he lost. Now, I'm not one of them. Benjamin Rivard, what's going on? I'm not one of them. I thought he won both the Triple G fights. Sai the Ruler, what's going on? But the fact that there's people out there that think that Triple G won both the fights, well, that tells you everything you need to know. I'm personally thought that he won both the Triple G fights. Some people tell me, oh, Blue, man, you don't know what you're talking about. When I say I thought he won both the Triple G fights, right? My brother Kurt, he thinks he lost the first one and won the second one, right? Enormous Giant Clothing, what's going on? But we both in agreement, we thought Erislandy Lara beat him. And so was most of the boxing world. Abraham Mendrano, what's going on? Mo Fontenot, what's going on? And we know he lost to Floyd Mayweather, and he has draws. So what are we talking about here? He's not Lloyd Mitchell. What's going on? He's not invincible. Okay? He's lost. He's lost. And we've seen him lose. And we've seen him getting outboxed by a guy in Amir Khan that, yeah, well, he made the adjustments, but we've seen him have flaws. Drew Reed, what's going on? And the fact is, regardless of what you try to spin it as and try to say, well, he ain't do this, he ain't do, you don't know what he did. Louis Roca, what's going on? What I do know is he tested positive for Kimbuterol. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. Paulino Eugenio, what's going on? Brian Barron, what's going on? You can't say he's getting better because he hasn't fought that style to tell you that he's gotten better. Christian Harrod, what's going on, nephew? We're going to the gym tomorrow. Ephraim Aguilar, what's going on? Billy Batts, what's going on? They had to take the car. They had to go do some things. I'll call you later, nephew. Pure Shore Central Boxio, what's going on? No fight is unbeatable. Boxing good, what's going on? Pound for pound king, what's going on? Salute to my nephew. He's going to be the next superstar in boxing. You understand? Yes, me and my brother Emmanuel H., we will be looking at doing the stream tomorrow on the basketball channel at about 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jawan Rummels, what's going on? Right? So my thing is this. let's not act like he ain't never lost. Now, he didn't make he made massive changes. No, he didn't. Martin Zelia, what's going on? He hasn't. Blaine Walker, what's going on? He's fought the right competition to make him look like he has. He's a great fighter. But let's be real. Let's be real and realistic. He's tested positive for Combuterol. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. We know he lost to Floyd Mayweather. He arguably lost to Erislandy Lara in both Triple G fights. He was losing the Amir Khan fight, and there was controversy with the open scorecard with Austin Trout. We know this. B. Spittin, what's going on? Dwayne Jones, what's going on? That's a fact. Darrell D. Henderson, what's going on? It's a fact. So, I mean, you make of what you want. Smash the like button, get the likes all the way up. Julius Young, what's going on? Lawrence House, what's going on? Boston Guru, my brother, what's going on? Now I like Canelo Alvarez, but the facts are the facts. We're gonna be realistic. Let's be realistic. Christopher Simmons, Big Red NC, what's going on? Let's be realistic. If you're gonna say Talib Cunningham, my brother, what's going on? Darrell D. Henderson, what's going on? We got to keep it 100 all the way around the board. Period. No, let's not keep it a half a hundo or 3/4 of a hundo. Let's keep it a hundo all the way. Let's not say, oh, well, if this didn't happen, well, this didn't. No. Yassine Wilson, what's going on? Carl Batson, what's going on? He said, I think Cotto beat him. I didn't think Cotto beat him. Dominique Benavidez, what's going on? I didn't think Cotto beat him at all. To each his own. If you felt like Cotto won the fight, I don't. I thought Cotto clearly lost, in my opinion. And there was people, I was surprised when people was telling me, hey, man, Cotto won that fight. And I was like, huh? What fight was you watching? But that's just me. I didn't think he lost it. Lyman Paulie, my brother. What's going on with you, Lyman? 6 million. He said, just checking in, Blue. Not sure if you mentioned it. Per split is 6 million for Crawford, 4 million for Porter. Yeah, I was going to save that for a video, but yes, sir. Salute to my brother Lyman Paulie. That's my brother right there, man. I love my brother Lyman Paulie, man. My brother right there. So yeah, so so that's my thing, right? My thing is this, right? Is that Martin Rios, what's going on? I got more people. OD Lion, what's going on? They're telling me they can't send a super chat. I don't know why you can't. Again, people, I'm sorry that you can't. Nebs Nation, what's going on? Joshua Tabak, brother in the super chat. He said, I think Benavidez could beat Canelo in close fight. I don't. I'm not going to say he can't. Let me rephrase that. Side of the ruler, what's going on? I'm not saying Benavidez can't beat Canelo Alvarez. I don't believe he will beat Canelo Alvarez. I believe that Canelo Alvarez, this is just my personal opinion, and I know feelings are going to get involved, and people are going to be like, no, Blue, you don't know. Listen, Eric R., what's going on? I think that David Benavidez's style is tailor-made for Canelo Alvarez. Matthew Business, what's going on? And I could be wrong, but I think his style, come forward with lack of defense, leaves himself open, gets hit a lot. He's not flea-footed. That's not the style that beat Canelo Alvarez. Escalara Gustavo, what's going on? Darrell Bedingfield, what's going on? That's not the style you're going to bring to the table to beat Canelo Alvarez. I believe that's personally the style that you bring to the table for him to look great in. Wave check, what's going on? And he's gonna Marcus Gunn, what's going on? It's gonna be action packed for sure because he don't know how to back down. But he lacks defense. He lacks defense. He gets hit a lot. J123, what's going on? I don't see David Benavidez beating Canelo Alvarez. I don't see it. I don't see it. Johnny Cage, what's going on? Joseph King said Jamal Charlo and Canelo. I don't see Jamal Charlo beating Canelo Alvarez. I don't think they could beat him. I'm not saying they can't. Wiseman, what's going on? Larry Mitchell, what's going on? Kings Go 415 says, so Charlo beats Canelo? No. Not in my opinion. Not that they can't. I'm not saying that David Benavidez can't, and I'm not saying Jamal Charlo can't. Not saying they can't beat him because they can. But I think that their style is tailor-made for him. I watched Jamal Charlo last fight, and I'm not impressed. GB Lifetime Videos, what's going on? I think that there's a lot of improvements he needs to make. That shot foul, man, what's going on? I think Demetrius Andre will have the best chance of beating Canelo Alvarez. Hyper awareness, what's going on? But then after I witnessed Demetrius Andre's last fight with Liam Williams, I don't think he beats Canelo either. I think that Caleb Plant has the best opportunity and best chance to beat him. And like the brother said, I don't see nobody beating him. I don't either. Puget Cisnet, what's going on? I don't see nobody beating him. Unless it's somebody at 175. I saw people saying, I don't see it, man. MB Kennels, what's going on? I don't see nobody beating him. Jamal Charlo can't beat him, and neither. I don't think that Jamal Charlo will win, and I don't think that David Benavidez will win. I think they're good fights. I think they'll test them, they'll push them, but I don't think they're going to win. Shawn and Light, brother in Super Chat, Porter's chin, nonstop pressure and urgency wins fight. Possible. It's definitely going to take Terence Crawford to a place he's never been to before, Shawn and Light. If he wins or not, I'm not sure, but he's definitely going to take him to a place he ain't never been before. That's for sure. Roderick Falat, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, I don't like to say it, no one beats Canelo, and keep up the good work. Hey, bro, I think Caleb Plant got the best chance. And if Caleb Plant don't get it done, it got to be one of them dudes at 175. Edgar Berlanga in a few years, he got to tighten up his defense. Idris Rockman, what's going on? Arthur Beterbiev, he has a chance. Edgar Berlanga, he got a lot to learn. I love Edgar Berlanga. That's my guy. Consolidated Planning, what's going on? Yeah, in a few years, Edgar Berlanga could be that guy. But right now, he's not that guy. No, sir. Edgar Alas, brother in the Super Chat, showcase fight for Crawford. Skills pay the bills. I agree, but it ain't going to be a showcase fight. It ain't going to be a showcase fight. You could chalk that one up. Old school, what's going on? There ain't going to be no showcase fight at all whatsoever. It's going to be a dog fight, and he going to have to dig down deep to win this fight and show his versatility. If he showcases, Chris Taylor said Caleb Plant wins. Andre Ward beats Canelo Alvarez. Ryan Shaw. If Andre Ward comes out of retirement, he beats Canelo Alvarez straight out of retirement. Tiger 2-time. What's going on? Now that Andre Ward, he beats Canelo Alvarez right out of the gate. Winston McFarland, what's going on? I'm late. What about Demetrius Andre? Nope, I don't think Demetrius. I used to think Demetrius Andre was the guy, but after that last performance against Liam Williams, absolutely not. Get the likes up to 1.1K. 1.1K. Get the likes all the way up to 1.1K. He says, so here's Canelo easy. So he beats Canelo easy. Andre Ward, yeah, Andre Ward beats Canelo. There'll be a lot of sad faces. Johnny Cage, what's going on? Andre Ward fights Canelo. Lawrence House, what's going on? It's going to be a lot of sad faces in the building. Jim Hustle, what's going on? He cannot beat Andre Ward at all whatsoever. Can't do it. Andre Ward is a horrible matchup for him. Horrible matchup for him. Horrible. He's a thinker. He's a mover. He's precise. He's accurate. He's a big version of Floyd Mayweather. It's a horrible fight. He's bigger than Canelo, but he's Floyd Mayweather in a sense. Horrible fight for him. He'll make him look silly, and that'll be the end of his career. And the reason that'll be the end of his career, because we will now know the truth. He can't beat pure boxers. Simple. So he'll essentially, he's a great fighter, but I don't think Mr. Blue, what's going on, Mr. Blue? I don't think Boo Boo could beat him because, no, just too inactive. No. Jaime Munguia gets knocked out early. He knocks out Canelo Alvarez knocks Jaime Munguia out early. Jay Miles, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a good on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. I feel like only a generational fighter can beat Canelo. Most of these guys are just pretty good, but not great. I agree. Galaxy Kid 17, what's going on? He said, man, you tripping. Okay. Vio, what's going on? Brother Jay with Jones family descendant. What's going on? Galaxy said, man, you tripping. What am I tripping on? Randy Jackson, what's going on? Who I got? Terrence Crawford, Shawn Porter, Randy Jackson. I got Terrence Crawford. Jaime Munguia is so easy, it's not even funny. Not even funny. Smash the like button. We got 850 people. We should have at least that many likes. Alan, so amazing. What's going on? We should get the likes to 1.1K. Munguia versus Charlo. Great fight. I didn't think it was a great fight before Gustavo, but now, after Jamal Charlo's last few performances, I think Jaime Munguia give him a run for his money. I'm still picking Big Dose 513. What's going on? Ronald Muhammad. What's going on? I'm still picking Jamal Charlo to win, but Randy Jackson, I'm going Shakur Stevenson. Coach D, what's going on? Edgar Alvarez. Terrence Crawford is too versatile for Porter. I agree. That's my sentiments. Sucker Free, what's going on? Ward is rusty blue. Canelo too active. Brother, Floyd Mayweather came out of 2-year retirement. They don't get rusty. Lunatic Testing, what's going on? Jawan Rummels, what's going on? Let me help you out. Melky Dallin, what's going on? My brother, Galaxy Kid 17. Let me help you, educate you, great brother. Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, those types of fighters, they don't get rusty, brother. This is all they do. You think they rusty. You think they ain't doing what they need to do. This is all they do. They don't know nothing else. This is all they do. They don't get rusty, brother. They don't get rusty. They are what you call perfectionists. Steve Austin, what's going on? They are addicted to boxing. They don't get rusty. Did you see Andre Ward coming off a 2-year layoff and come back and look like he was rusty to himself? To us, he like, man, I'm rusty. I still need some things to work on. What? When he was going through the promotional situation and he was on a layoff and all that, bro, they don't get rusty. This is all they do. They don't do nothing else. Andre Ward, they're family people and boxing. That's all they do. They don't hang out. They don't party. They don't do none of that. This is all they do. Their body is boxing is second nature to their body. They don't know nothing else. Neither does their body. They don't get rusty. Their version of rusty beats 90% of the fighters in their divisions or around their divisions. Deep Thought, brother in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, Deep Thought. They don't get rusty, great brother. Edgar Alas, brother in the super chat. Do you think Valdez was exposed and Shakur sees hold? I thought he was exposed way before that. Everett Harris says, still rusty, Blue. Okay. Alice Delgado, what's going on? Y'all have a lot to learn about the sport of boxing, bro. Sport of boxing could teach y'all, Stash Lemaine, what's going on? Could teach y'all lessons over and over again. Y'all still got to learn the hard way. Mikey One, Dante Hall, what's going on? The sport of boxing teaches y'all over and over again, and y'all still need to learn the hard way. So Edgar Elias said, do you think Valdez was exposed by Shakur? No, I thought Oscar Valdez was exposed way before this fight. And I think that that's why he stayed away from Shakur Stevenson when he was at 126. This fight and all of this things surrounding Oscar Valdez, this ain't nothing new. As far as Shakur Stevenson, he was avoiding Shakur Stevenson for quite some time. Ain't nothing new. Toon, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half on your boy Blue in the super chat. Ward ain't beating Canelo coming straight out of retirement. Maybe after a tune-up fight. I thought Ward lost to Kovalev. I think Joe Smith Jr. by KO and Marcus Brown by split decision. Over who? Over who? Over who? Joe Brown, Joe Smith, and Marcus Brown over Andre Ward? Man, please, man. Slick P, what's going on? Brother, you said that Joe Smith Jr. knocked out Andre Ward and Marcus Brown and decision him? Bro, stop. Or are you talking about them versus Canelo? Bro, stop. And Andre Ward ain't losing over Canelo. And Andre Ward ain't losing to no Canelo unless you're talking about 2 more years you tack on. 2 more years? Brother, he's still in shape. Believe that. King Third Eye Supreme, what's going on? Steven, what's going on? Veal, what's going on? He's still in shape. Crypto Gregory World, what's going on? Bro, what? Andre Ward stays in shape. Yasin Wilson, what's going on? He gonna knock off that ring rust in 2 rounds, 3 rounds with Canelo. Believe that. Believe that. And he already done all his homework on Canelo Alvarez. Believe that as well. Francisco Sepulveda, what's going on? Okay, Francisco, deuces. Why you here? You here watching me? I don't know who you are. Don't know nothing about boxing, Francisco. Beat it. King's Code 415. What's going on, great brother in Super Chat? Father Time eventually catches up to you, Blue. For sure. He ain't at that level yet. Boss Red 357. What's going on? Anthony 626. What's going on? He ain't at that level yet. Andre Ward is not there. Man, y'all got a lot to learn about boxing, boy. Trying to tell you. Edgar Alas, brother in Super Chat. Blue, you think Shakur can clean out 130 soon? Oh, for sure. Ethan Carey, what's going on? Ray 24, what's going on? He has to have the opportunity. Vision Omega Bronze, what's going on? As long as he gets the opportunity, for sure. He gets past this fight with Jamel Herring. Shakur Stevenson fight, excuse me, Oscar Valdez fight is going to need to be made ASAP. Oscar Valdez don't have no more room. Oscar Valdez has no more room. None. Get the likes to 1.1K. The next fight for Shakur Stevenson is going to be Oscar Valdez. He has no room. Michael Brown, brother in the Super Chat, much love to you, great brother. He has no more room. He has no wiggle room. He can't, Jafari Caesar, what's going on? He can't, Oscar Valdez, there's no other direction for Oscar Valdez but Shakur Stevenson. Period. Johnny Cage, what will the detractors say if Canelo unifies? Who don't like Canelo Alvarez, Johnny Cage? Blaine Walker, what's going on? What are you talking about? Y'all deal with too much. We got to deal with facts over feelings. Get out your feelings. Get in real life. Come out of fiction world, Toon world, or Candyland or whatever world y'all in. Who don't like Canelo Alvarez? When you state facts, see, this is the problem with today's time. You state facts, and then people take it, oh man, because you don't like him. What are you talking about? Anthony 626, Goon Stocks, what's going on? Where does that come from? That people, man, what are the people detractors? Canelo, what detractors? Why? Because people tell you the truth about him. They detractors now. They don't like him because they tell you the truth. Kenny, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half on your boy Blue in the Super Chat about your Benavidez comment. Triple G got touched a lot in his fight, but still arguably won. Benavidez fight at a heavier weight, but is faster and pressure almost as much. Has a longer reach as well. I agree, but Triple G don't get hit as clean as David Benavidez. No way, no how. Triple G is far more technical. Triple G is far more defensive than David Benavidez. Yeah, he's bigger, faster hand speed, but he's irresponsible with that hand speed. He's irresponsible with that hand speed. That can cost you. LS, a.k.a. Taz, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that halfer. On your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Blue, you going to Crawford and Porter fight? Sure am. Already booked my flights and everything. Well, wife did. Everything's booked up. Yeah, Julius Thomas. People be in too much in their feelings today. Every time you tell the truth, wave check, what's going on? You tell somebody the truth today's time, hey man, this dude don't like me. What? Oh man, you tell the truth about Canelo. Oh man, this guy don't like Canelo. What? Tell me something I made up. Las Vegas Leon, what's going on? Tell me something I made up. What did I make up? What did I say that told you I didn't like Canelo? Please explain that. You can't. So people run around making up stuff. Oh, Blue said this. Blue, I ain't say nothing, man. Tell the truth. What I say that told you that I didn't like Canelo? Loving Down Gaither, what's going on? Will Latimer, what's going on? Did he test positive for Computerol? Is that true or not? That's true, right? Did he lose to Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, he lost. Did he arguably lose to Triple G and Erislandy Lara? Yeah. So what did I not tell the truth about? Did I just say that I don't think nobody else could beat him? Caleb Plant got the best opportunity. If Caleb Plant don't win, I don't see nobody else winning. But you gloss over that. Can Jamal Charlo beat him? I don't think so. Can David Benavidez beat him? I don't think so. Can Arthur Beterbiev at 175 beat him? I don't think so. Can Dimitri Bivol beat him? I don't think so. You just missed that, though. You want me to be 1,000% agree in everything he do. No, you do that because you live in Candyland. I don't. I live in the real world. Ryan Cho, what's going on? Errol Spence fights at 147. Jermaine Gant, what's going on? Jesus Valdez Carranza. He said, he not on roids. The facts is the facts. Did he test positive for Computerol? Yes or no? The facts are the facts. You're going to tell me how he did it, right? Phil J 508, what's going on? The facts are the facts. Did he test positive for Computerol? Is it a performance enhancer? Yes or no? Donald Favors, what's going on? Yes or no? Did he test? Yes or no? Is it true or not? Yes or no? Matthew Business, what's going on? Ricardo Melrose, what's going on? Now this other brother said, because I said Canelo is not going to lose to these fighters, now he's saying that they must have offered you a seat next to his colon. Really? Brandon Johnson, what's going on? Now I'm just Team Canelo. Like, y'all, you make up your mind. Avi McMillan, what's going on? MJ, what's going on? Marcus Priest, what's going on? Frankie C31, what's going on? You confuse yourself. Man, people confuse themselves. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. Matthew Business, what's going on? People just make up stuff, man. It amazes me, man. M Prince Music, what's going on? Goon Stocks, what's going on? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. It just is what it is, man. Anyway, it was a great day in the sport of boxing. We got some great announcements. Jose Naxius Garcia, what's going on? And hopefully we get these fights come to fruition because knock on wood, man, we got all these big announcements for the summertime and we ain't get none of these fights come to fruition because of one thing or another. If it wasn't one thing, it's another thing. In the sport of boxing, man. It's amazing. So I love all these announcements and I'm happy and hopefully these fights come to fruition. Historian, if you're listening, I sent you the link. If you want to come on. I am Dave, what's going on? Wolf Williams, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Let's get the likes to 1.1K. D West, what's going on? So that's my thing. You understand what I'm saying is that when it comes, see, I tell you guys the truth, man. Right? Because y'all want to see the best fight the best. And I'm telling you, there's avenues to this. There's avenues to this, right? The fight everybody wants to see is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. There's avenues to this. But why your peeps put me in timeout after I said Canelo wasn't? Hey, don't time out Art Espinoza, man. He family. KT, what's going on? J Rod, what's going on? not to make it thing, but if any other person tested positive, would have. Oh, for sure, we know that, Randy Jackson. Why y'all talking about Art Espinosa, man? He's family, man. He can have his own opinion. Jermaine Arias, what's going on? Oh, we got a scientist in the building. Now we got another scientist in the building. Jermaine Arias. We got a scientist. He said he did test positive, but the amount was not enough to affect his metabolism for an extended period of time. I'm just happy he kicked Triple G's second while constantly testing Canelo number one pound for pound. Now we got a scientist in the building. Now we got a scientist in the building. Now he know how much he had, how much the levels affected him and his performance. Man, stay fans. Stay fans, man. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the building in the super chat. All the pressure's on Bud. He better win on November 20th. Facts. I agree. I agree with you. Full movie episode. What's going on? Alice Delgado. What's going on? KT. What's going on? I agree. It's a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford. Not only just to win the fight, Brooklyn Kennedy, but he got to show that he could be a major draw as well. Ahead of the curve. What's going on? Right? He got to prove that his brand, D Brown, what's going on? Min Seconds, what's going on? He got to prove that his brand outside of the sport of boxing is big as well, moving forward to negotiate fights with Errol Spence. It's just the facts. Because we're forgetting one thing. You're Danis Ugas. Samuel Davis, what's going on? And we're forgetting one thing, right? It's on your Danis Ugas. And I believe that Errol Spence is going to eventually fight your Danis Ugas. Listen, I'm going to stop right now, and we're going to wait till we get the likes to 1.1K. This is ridiculous now. Michael Brown, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Wilder fought too soon after his Ortiz fight, was overtrained for Fury to real reasons why he was weak, not excuses, facts. Will be much better this fight if Fury doesn't pull out. Oh, I could agree with that. I could agree with that. Michael Brown. Salute to the brother Michael Brown in the super chat. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you. William Old School on that. My brother in the super chat. Blue, can I be a scientist? Hey, bro, people, we be getting people out here, man. Just come on, man. Well, now it wasn't enough to affect his metabolism. Come on, brothers. Please stop it. Please stop it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother William Old School on that. Oh, man, it wasn't enough for his levels to be, bro, please stop. You don't know what you're talking about. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother back in the super chat, I fear he just doesn't know how to brand himself. Right. Kareem Ebanks, what's going on? Jim James, what's going on? Dub CPB, a.k.a. Brandon, my brother, what's going on? That's my thing, Brooklyn Kennedy. Right now, he should be all over everything. He should be all over everything. He should be promoting it. He should be on social media telling the world, now I'm about to give Shawn Porter what he's been asking for. Alex Gonzalez, what's going on? He should be all over everything telling the world that I'm going to give Shawn Porter what he's been looking for. And branding himself. Yeah, Jermaine Arias. I ain't got nothing against you. I appreciate you, great brother. He said, I'm no scientist, but thanks for the compliment. Shout out to your channel. We are entitled to our opinion. If I'm a scientist, you're a philosopher. Nope. I predicted. I told you guys that these fights was coming up. Right? No, I'm not a philosopher. I'm just connected. 513 Road Natty, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue. I think Porter going to try to pressure Bud like he did Berto until Bud adjusts. I like Porter, but Bud different. I can't call it for real. Yeah, that's my thing, right? See, he has to make adjustments because Terence Crawford is going to make adjustments. He has to make adjustments to what Terence Crawford is going to Terence Crawford's adjustments, and that's my problem. And that's where I favor Terence Crawford. That's where I give Saquon Jones. What's going on? That's where I give Terence Crawford a nod because Shawn Porter has to make adjustments to Terence Crawford's adjustments. You understand? He has to make adjustments to Terence Crawford's adjustment. Dia Conan, what's going on? And I don't know he could do that all fight, all night. He may make one or two, but Terence Crawford can fight any which way you put him in, any position you put him in. He could fight on the back foot. He could fight coming forward. He could fight in mid-range. He can outbox you. He could fight in southpaw. He could fight in orthodox. He can, he could fight in the dog. If you want to be a dog and just rough it out, he could do that as well. Now he may leave himself vulnerable, right? In some instances, that's going to allow Shawn Porter to have Kareem Ebanks. What's going on? That's going to allow Shawn Porter to have moments and success for sure. But again, he's going to make an adjustment to that. You understand what I'm saying? And so I think that he has the opportunity for Shawn Porter's entire career. Terence Crawford has the ability to confuse Shawn Porter for the first time in Shawn Porter's career. He can make Shawn Porter hesitate. He has the skill set. He has everything it takes to make Shawn Porter hesitate. He can make Shawn Porter think because he's going to give him so many different looks. In the beginning, it's going to be a tough fight for Terence Crawford. Right? Shawn Porter's going to test you every second of every minute of every round. But he has the ability to make the adjustments. You understand what I'm saying? And James Teller, what's going on? He said, you just made Terence Crawford sound like the GOAT. I'm just telling you his skill set. Lil said it. What's going on? Crypto Gregory, he said Terence Crawford going to lose. Okay. Fat Cat Shadowboxer, what's going on? I'm not saying that. I'm just giving you my opinion. And no, that's not even my opinion. His ability to make adjustments is a fact. Darnell Schaefer, what's going on, great brother? Antonio Sanchez, what's going on? Terence Crawford's ability to make adjustments, Arthur Hawkins, what's going on? Is not in my opinion. It's a fact. Smash the like button, people. So that's just my opinion. I think that Tommy Tran, what's going on? It's going to be a tough night for both guys. But that's good for us because we're going to get a fight of the year fight. TJ Boston and Sports, what's going on? Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in Super Chat, I think Bud is going to know which style he brings into the ring because Porter will not give him much time to think. But Crawford will succeed. Crawford is not going to make that decision. Yeah, Las Vegas Leon, I do see a knockdown. Don't be surprised to see Shawn Porter knock down Terence Crawford. Muin Tariq, what's going on? Don't be surprised if Shawn Porter knocks down Terence Crawford. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I'm not saying it's going to be due to a power punch and, man, he just stoned him and knocked him. No. But he's going to put him on the back foot. Kevon, my brother, what's going on? He's going to pressure him. It's going to be an awkward position. KT, what's going on? Be an awkward position, a lot of pressure, and he could knock him down. Igor Kavalauskas knocked him down. Pierre Wright, that's incorrect. Shawn Porter showed us that he could be versatile against Yordenis Ugas and against Danny Garcia. Lambo 504, what's going on? What Canelo have to do with Crawford? I see. This is why I be trying to wait to tell everybody because then people come in late and they don't know. You're gonna have to rewatch the show. JP 305, what's going on? You're gonna have to rewatch the show, great brother. Matthew Business, what's going on? He said this is about to be Porter's time to shine. He running out of opportunities. This is it. This is his last opportunity. He don't get another opportunity after this. Yolan Brand, what's going on? You don't get another opportunity if you're Shawn Porter. I am Dave, what's going on? You don't get another This is your last opportunity if you're Shawn Porter. You're Shawn Porter, this is it. This is it. You lose to Terence Crawford. You lost to Errol Spence. You lost to Keith Thurman. You lost to Kell Brook. Right? Why would they give you another opportunity? For what? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. That's it. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat. Blue, I don't like to change the topic. I always appreciate your perspective on things. Are you watching Versus tonight? And if so, who you got? P.S. The like is free. Yeah, the like button is free. Man, that's a good question, right? I think I want to say Fat Joe, but I think that Ja Rule has more. I think that Ja Rule has more noticeable hits, man. I think so. Ricardo Rayo, what's going on? Alako Koki, what's going on? I saw the guy, what's going on? I just think that Ja Rule has more crowd-pleasing hits. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about all the verses. All of them. Gladys Rogers, what's going on? I've been wrong about all the verses. But I just feel like I don't know if Fat Joe is going to appeal to the crowd is the same. I think Ja Rule has more fan-friendly music, like more notable. Oh man, Ja made that. Oh yeah, I forgot Ja made that. Oh yeah, Ja made that. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's a close one though. Yeah, see, my thing was showing Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. I meant Bud isn't going to have time to figure Porter out because Shawn is constantly on attack mode. He doesn't dance around. I agree with that. That's what makes the fight so interesting. That's what makes this fight so interesting because he's going to pressure Terence Crawford every second of every minute of every round. Boss Red 357, my brother, what's going on? And he's not going to give Terence Crawford the room to breathe. So that's what makes it so interesting is to see if Terence Crawford can create the necessary space and time to be able to make the adjustments. Gary Source, what's going on? You understand? Jermaine Arias, brother in the Super Chat. Do you feel like there's any possible that Andre Ward would come out of retirement to take Canelo? He said if Canelo call him out, he'll come right out of retirement and fight him. He said, Jermaine Arias, he said, if Canelo calls me out, I'll come right out and fight him. He's waiting for that. If Canelo beats Caleb Plant, he might, because Andre Ward is in his corner and he might me. That's the only way. He would if Canelo called him out, but I think that's the only way. That's about it. I would love for him to do it. And if he beat Andre Ward, I give him full credit for beating Andre Ward. I'm not going to be sitting talking about Andre Ward, retirement age, and things of that nature. Fat Joe got Live My Lifestyle, Lean Back. He got a lot of hits, bro, that you may have forgot about. I just think that Ja Rule has more crowd pleasing. And it comes on Triller, right? What time it come on? What time that come on? Tune said, no, you wouldn't. Sure I would. I'm not like you. I live in real life. You wouldn't. I would. That's the difference between me and you. Is that, see, I can live in the real world. If he beat Andre Ward, I'm going to say he beat Andre Ward. Period. Just like when Terence Crawford beat Kell Brook, I gave Terence Crawford credit for beating Kell Brook. I didn't talk about his age until if you using a comparison to who beat a version of Kell Brook, Errol Spence or Terence Crawford. then when you're measuring, obviously to separate the two, you have to use everything that's available. See, that's the difference. Chris Noel, what's going on? Kurt, I sent the link already, great brother. Jay Davis, what's going on? Michael Lee, what's going on? See, unlike you that live in Candyland Toon, right? Or Toon World, right? Toon World, I could give people credit, but I'm going to be realistic, and you're not. Prime, what's going on? That's the difference between me and you. I'm going to give people credit. You said you give credit where credit's due. You don't. No, you don't. You deal with feelings over facts. I deal with facts over feelings. There's a difference. Brooklyn Kenny, my brother in the super chat. Yeah, I'm rolling with Jod too. But even if SP loses, I believe he still gets one more shot because Shawn Porter has only lost close fights. The verses start at 9. Blue. Okay. No, the thing is, see, the thing is, right, with Shawn Porter is that he lost the big fights. Shawn Porter loses to Terence Crawford. Now he's going to become a high-profile gatekeeper. And everybody's going to, nobody's going to want to see him rematch. Yeah, those are action-packed fights, but you want to see the best fight the best. He's going to be left out. Period. And so now he's going to become the guy that you're going to want to see. Oh, I want to see Shawn Porter and Jaron Ennis. Oh, I want to see Shawn Porter and Virgil Ortiz Jr. Oh, let's see if they could beat. Let's see if Rashidi Ellis could beat Shawn Porter. You see? That's what it turns into. That's what it turns into. That's what it turns into. So Shawn Porter understands that. Lambo 504, brother in the super chat. How Porter get this fight over Ennis or Ortiz? Because he was number one in the ranking system, and in the WBO ranking system, he was the mandatory challenger. So the ranking system did the right thing, gave him the fight. Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz are not in position to fight Terence Crawford. Virgil Ortiz got there by fighting a guy who came up from junior welterweight who held the belt, and he won, and then he got put in the number 1 position. What did they do to deserve it? Nothing. Shawn Porter's done far. Cornelius Jenkins, he done far more to deserve a fight with Terence Crawford than they did. It's not even close. Road money, what's going on? But we got my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Blue, man, it's a good day today. Just chilling, taking it easy, man. Had the day off from dialysis. I was been watching Sopranos, man. That's my show, and listening to some hip hop tunes, man. You know, in the 90s, man. It's just, you know, before we talk about boxing, I'm sitting here, man, grooving. That's why I'm late, because hit after hit. I mean, albums like Mobb Deep and J. Rue the Damager and MOP and Gangstar, that was a golden age, man. You know, and sometimes, man, we take things for granted, but those artists was great. The year 1998, Jay-Z and DMX was on top, man, and the reign of LL Cool J before anybody, man. I was just listening to everything today.
Yeah.
So it was a great day, man. Great day.
Yeah, definitely, Kurt. Man, that era is bar none. Today's time, I don't know what it is now.
No, this is something different, man. But the days of Gangstar and all them great albums, man, that I listened to in the 90s, man, like my favorite Gangstar album is Step in the Arena. That's a classic album, man. And the magic of Jay Dilla producing all those hits, and the first 3 Tribe Called Quest albums were magical. Mm-hmm. The first 3 Tribe Called Quest albums were magical, man. Especially the second one. What's the name? I forgot the name of the second one, man. But Midnight Marauders was the third one. I forgot the name of the second one, but the second one is my favorite. Classic. I just had to get that out my system, man. I'm just grooving today. When I finish the show, I'm gonna listen to some more music and watch a couple more episodes of Sopranos.
Yeah. Renee Basham, brother in the building. Go subscribe to the brother Renee Basham. Renee, drop the link, great brother. We got brother Fat Cat Shadow Boxing, my brother in the super chat. Porter is like the Avengers. He only has one way to beat Bud. You got to jump on him early and do him dirty. Yeah, he gonna have to stay on him, stay aggressive, and not let him breathe, not give him room to make adjustments. But at the same time, he got to allow himself to have room to get his offense off. Or it's going to look like the fight with him and Keith Thurman. Broken Kennedy, brother, back in the super chat. He said, Nas, It Was Written is my favorite. What's up? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's
It Was Written. Nas album.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite Nas album. I think it was better than Illmatic.
Me too.
That was better than yeah. That fight, that album, Jay-Z, first album,
Reasonable Doubt,
Reasonable Doubt, and Biggie's, both Biggie's albums, and Tupac's, All Eyes on Me.
Classics, man.
Those
you'll never see that. You'll never see that era again, man. Wu-Tang in the mid-90s, man. A Jizza album, not Beneath the Surface, the other one. Liquid Swords is a classic. And my favorite all-time album is Raekwon Only Built for Cuban Links. That's my favorite #1 album of all time.
And Purple Tape.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, Only Built for Cuban Links Part 1. Absolutely.
Yep.
It's my favorite.
Yep. Marcus Forsett, brother in Super Chat. Teofimo claims he's available for Haney in November and wants Haney to wait before scheduling a fight. Is this legit? Also, Haney ready for Teofimo right now? Is Haney ready? Yeah, Haney's ready for Teofimo right now. I don't know, man. You can't. If you're Devin Haney, you can't bank on that. That sounds good. He says that every time he got a fight. Right? He said it after the fight. Oh, I want Devin Haney. Didn't he say that, Kurt? I'm cut from the Pretty Boy Floyd era. After he beat Lomachenko, I'm cut from the Pretty Boy Floyd era. I got to fight Devin Haney. That's what I want next. He said that right after the fight. And what happened?
Yeah. He's sandbagging. And when he have a fight, he gonna throw up Devin Haney's name. He don't really want to fight Devin Haney. Some people think he gonna give. So this is a weird fight because some people say that Kambosos is a live underdog, and then some people say that Teofimo was going to run through him in 3 or 4 rounds. So it'd be very interesting to see how that's going to turn out. Me, I think Teofimo was going to win, but he made a mistake. He took away his own momentum from the Lomachenko fight. I said it time and time again, the boxing gods will reward you when you come off a big victory like that. You keep fighting. You try to get the next available fight as quickly as possible because your skills is going to resonate, and you're going to get better and better when you come off a victory. Your momentum will carry you, and he didn't do that. He just wasted time and time. So we're going to see what happens with Teofimo Lopez. I think he's going to win, but him and Haney will be a very, very good fight. But I want to say something about the Crawford and Porter fight. I think I like Shawn Porter. We had him on the show. I like his attitude. I love Shawn Porter's attitude when he's underrated. There's certain things he do with his athleticism, and we know how tough he is. He's facing a man who's, to me, is the best fighter in the world, and his versatility. And sometimes because how he moves outside the ring, we kind of compound it inside the ring. We forget, people, that Terence Crawford is a very, 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 very good fighter. He can make adjustments on the fly, and that's his strength. So if Shawn Porter wades in there and fights aggressive, you don't think Terence Crawford is going to see that? And he's going to set Shawn Porter up with something. Shawn Porter is susceptible to a left hook, especially late in fights. He was knocked down by Adrian Bruner late in the fight, and he was knocked down by Errol Spence late in the fight with a left hook because his style. I see Crawford winning. Porter's going to have his moments, but I'll be surprised if Crawford don't win this fight. And I'm not underestimating Porter because I learned that I picked Spence to beat Porter in 8, and Porter showed me something. But Crawford is his style is different, and I love versatile fighters. I love fighters who have dog in them. I love fighter. Terence Crawford is on a knockout streak. I don't think he's gonna knock out Porter. I got him by unanimous decision. Now Porter is gonna make it a tough fight. It's gonna make it hard, but I think he's gonna bring out the very best in Crawford. He's gonna have his moments. He may even, stagger or Crawford, but Crawford has a lot of dog in him because even though Khan wasn't the same fighter, but I sensed something in Crawford before the fight. He has a certain type of meanness to him. And he's the only one that outboxed Khan. Khan quit against Crawford. He quit. He made him quit. He didn't knock him out. He was on the verge of knocking him out. He made him quit. So I got Crawford for the win, but Porter is going to bring out the best in him, and Porter's going to have his moments in the fight. If the fight is close, I won't be surprised if it goes the other way. But I can't wait for this fight. This is a fight fans fight. Is on pay-per-view, unfortunately, going against Canelo and Caleb Plant, which is another terrific fight, man. So maybe with the COVID cancellations of fights, maybe we can salvage this year by having these 2 fights in November.
Mm-hmm. Brother Kevon in the super chat, he said 175 Kurt, Bob Foster versus Matthew Saeed Muhammad.
Ooh, oh man. I love Matthew Saeed, but Bob Foster can punch, man. Devastating puncher. I'm hesitating because I have to go against my man Matthew and say Bob Foster because Matthew get hit too much, and you don't want to get in a war with Bob Foster, man. Bob Foster had Tommy Hearns like power. He used to lay people down. Bob Foster for the win.
Mm-hmm. My brother G5_Gabe in the building. Salute to my brother G5_Gabe. Go subscribe to my brother G5_Gabe. Drop the link, G. Yeah, Kurt, and that's the thing, right? I was talking about, I looked at it and I'm saying, man, they put Terence Crawford on pay-per-view 2 weeks after Errol Spence and just 5 weeks, 6 weeks after Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder on pay-per-view. He needs his brand to be showcased in this fight. Am I right, Kurt? To move forward, the fight we want to see, DB Miller 04, what's going on? Not to overlook any fights, but obviously the fight we want to see is Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. But nonetheless, there's a lot of pressure on Terence Crawford, right? For him to show up, show out, but not just in the ring. He has to show out outside the ring. Outside the ring, moving forward to negotiate fights. Because otherwise, who have Terence Crawford fought worth mentioning? Well, we talking about skill set, man. It's just like other young fighters coming up, man. Michael Pope, what's going on? But am I right, Kurt? You feel like there's pressure on him?
There's a lot of pressure. This fight is a fight fan fight. It's not going to do very well pay-per-view, but more importantly, for Terence Crawford, if he beats Shawn Porter, it will legitimize him as being where he's at, top of the food chain, being number 1, or you want to put him at number 2 or number 3 or whatever. This will solidify him as being that guy that we think he is. So I'm not going to concentrate on the pay-per-view numbers, even though business is a big part of boxing. We all know this fight is going to not do well. It's a hardcore fight fan fight. It shouldn't be on pay-per-view, but to pay, and they know it. See, when a fight doesn't do well, it does like 75,000, 100,000. Even though the fighters is not going to make that much, and the companies looking at it losing money, it pays for production costs. So I expect this fight to do like 100K, maybe a little less. I don't know, maybe a little more, 125K. But it's a solid fight for Porter. He's been in big fights and is legacy-defining fight for Terence Crawford. So this fight is very important for both because if Porter loses, who knows when you're going to get another big fight. If Crawford loses, then people go, oh, we knew he was a hype. John Spence would have did this. And Crawford he wasn't as good as we thought. You know, if he wins and if he looks impressive, then we're going to solidify him being the top dog.
513 Road Natty, brother in the super chat. He said, Bud used to be a wrestler, a good one from what I hear. You got to have dog in you to physically impose your will on someone else for 7 minutes. Oh, for sure. But still, he can't wrestle, right? He's going to have to be able to separate and give separation. He's going to have to use his skill set.
Got to box Porter. You got to box Shawn Porter. You can't wrestle with Shawn Porter. That's what he want. You want to make it an ugly fight. That's his best way of winning. But if he stays on the outside and use angles and he can hit you with a variety of punches. And I said a few minutes ago that studying Shawn Porter is susceptible to a left hook, and that's what his both his knockdowns has been. But it's a very interesting fight. But I see Porter having success, but I also see Crawford having success. Excuse me.
Yep. Deleon Daniels, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, if Crawford stops Porter in a great fashion, will he be the number one welterweight? I don't get into the number one welterweight because I just say the best fight, number one fight in the world. You know, so I never understand that. Errol Spence is the number one welterweight, but he's the best fight in the world, and he's the welterweight. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I just say he's the number one best fighter in the world. He's so versatile, so skilled. You know, people don't want to give him credit for it, but he is. You know, he's the most skilled, versatile fighter in boxing. Am I right, Kurt?
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on that. I'll say Spence is it's funny too. Spence is the best welterweight in the world because of what he's accomplished, beating people he's beaten and being there and being a champion. But skill set, I still say Crawford is the overall best fighter in the world until he loses. I mean, this man is a 3-weight division champion. It's been a very long time since I've seen a lightweight move up to the welterweight division and start knocking people out. He knocked out, 6, 7 people in a row? That's unheard of. 6, right?
6, yep. Dating back
That's
to
unheard of.
Congo.
And remember, we was all criticizing myself too, Crawford. Oh, he ain't gonna be strong enough. Horn gonna rough him, be rough with him because we saw what he did to Pacquiao being rough, and you know he don't have the power, and he's stretching people. He has more power than 95% of the welterweights in the division.
Boss saying 713. What's going on? J Rod, what's going on? Yeah, that's my thing, Kurt. You know, Boss fans, brother in super chat. Salute, Kurt. Much respect.
Salute to you, brother.
Yeah, that you know, the Julius and Donald. It's just not the names that people are familiar with, and that's why people are hesitant to give them the credit. But I mean, we can see the skill set. We can see the skill set. Now, Jaron Ennis, I believe Toon, Jaron Ennis is I think he's a mixture, Kurt. I always think I don't know why, but I think of that movie Underworld, where remember the Lycans and the vampires they had they came together and they had that dude and he was a mixture of both worlds.
Yeah,
I think that's Jaron Ennis.
Yeah, I want to say something for Box Fan. Box Fan made me a video. Salute to you, Box Fan, man. I talked to him on the phone. This is a good brother, man. Thanks for the video, man. He made a video of me, Blue.
Yeah.
Talking about the fights at Atlantic City.
Yeah, he sent it to me first to make sure. I was like, I'm sure the great brother's gonna love this.
Hey man, y'all show me so much love. Thank you so much, Box fans, man. Thank you very much, brother. But as much as I love Spencer Crawford, there's a guy named Jerron Boots in this. Now, my friend said I'm giving Boots too much credit because he hasn't done nothing yet, and I understand that. I've seen a lot of fighters that look like the part, fight like it, but turn out to be disappointments. So I want to, but I got so much deep good feelings about Jerron Boots in this that I think his skill set is just off the charts, man. But I think they're gonna like railroad him, man, and make it hard for him to get a shot. So he's gonna have to stay busy and fight whoever so he can move up and get a mandatory because nobody ain't gonna fight him. They all know. Fighters know when a guy is special. And as great as good as Spencer Crawford is, Boots' skill set is better, but he just lacks experience. But he's close though. He's close. Let him loose. You throw your fighter in the water, he either gonna sink or swim.
Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. We are about to find out how much of a punch Bud is packing now. That's what he's been doubting him. No, you can't doubt that his punching power. It's the level of opponent. It's not the punching power. It's the level of opponent. That's what it boils down to. Not the punching power. It's the level of opponent. We know he got punching power. It's the opponent, and it's the vulnerability. He showed vulnerability, right? He showed us against Gamboa, he could be hurt. Against Igor Kavalauskas, he could be hurt.
He was getting hit with the jab. Yeah. His eye was a mess.
Right. He struggled with Kell Brooks' jab. Mr. DJ C92, what's going on? So that's the fact that he showed those vulnerabilities makes people say, well, what if this was a level class fighter above them? Force 3616, what's going on? Pierre Wright, Antonio Sanchez, J. Rod, what's going on? If this was a guy a level above their talent level, how would he fare with them? If they could expose him. But see, that's where people go wrong, Kurt, because Emmanuel Augustus, he had 30 losses, Kurt. Can you believe that? He had 30 wins and 30 losses, Kurt.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, and he had like 8 draws.
And could fight his butt off.
And could fight, man. P. Wizzy Tanucci, what's going on? And could fight. And he gave Floyd Mayweather all types of problems. That didn't mean that Manny Pacquiao would. You see what I'm saying? So y'all got to understand that. Yeah, he had 30 losses, bro. 30. Man, I'm going to tell y'all Emmanuel Augustus' resume. Boxing Logics United, brother in the Super Chat. He said, peace and pugilist cut the crap. Bud will look better versus Porter than Spence. Why? Bob still has the pipeline to the best AMA in America, unfortunately. I don't know. You think that he gonna look better than he can look better against Shawn Porter? See, that's another thing, Kurt. You're gonna have to look better than Errol Spence did, and you got to do better, bigger numbers than Errol Spence did. And imagine he don't knock Shawn Porter down and don't hurt Shawn Porter. Errol Spence knocked him down. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? There's a lot of pressure on him. What you think, though? He could look better?
Yeah, because since they're the two best fighters, they're gonna use Porter as a measuring stick. If he knocks Porter down or hurts him multiple times and win easy unanimous decision, Crawford fans are gonna be like, oh man, see, we did better fighting Porter. So that means that, we're gonna beat Spence. And then Spence fans said, oh, you barely won. I did better, even though I had a tough fight. You had a tougher fight. So, I'm better than you. But it doesn't go like that in boxing. 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. Every fight has its own energy. Every fight has its own personality. And you never know what's wrong with that fight on that night. So if you catch a guy that's like Sugar Ray Leonard from 79 to 82, you ain't beating him. He just supreme. It's when you catch a fighter as well. So using Porter I know what you're trying to do, fans, but using Porter as a measuring stick is not going to work out. they got Crawford and Spence got to fight in the ring. But we don't know how Crawford's going to look against Spence. We don't know. But that doesn't mean he may lose to Porter and then fight Spence and beat Spence. That's crazy, but that's how it goes in boxing.
Hey, Kurt, Emmanuel Augusta had 38 wins and 34 losses and 6 draws.
Crazy. And we talk about him like he in the Hall of Fame. It's certain fighters like Emmanuel Augustus and Freddie Pendleton and my friend from Newark, Gerald Hayes, who were world-class fighters, but had like 500 records. Glenn Johnson is another one. Had multiple losses, but can fight they butt off. Freddie Pendleton can fight, man. Emmanuel Augustus can fight. There's another fighter that a lot of people don't know. His name was Buck Smith from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He had 121 knockouts. Now, I'm not kidding, Chat and Blue, when I tell you this. He used to be in the stands, right? And when a small-town promoter needed a fill-in, he'd go get his stuff out the trunk of his car, go in the locker room, get his gloves and stuff, go in the ring and knock the guy out and go home. You know what?
Oh, wow.
Buck Smith is one of my favorite fighters. He was a welterweight. They called him Country. He's from Oklahoma. He had a record of 182 and 20. He lost 20. He had 20 losses. He won 182 and had 121 knockouts.
Wow.
Promoter needed to fill in. He had an old Corolla car, ball tires. Seriously. He used to go to these venues and then promoter be like, Buck, we need you. So-and-so got sick. He throw it up in the back. Buck said, I'll be back. I'm going to get my stuff. And knock the guy. It used to stretch you out like a Persian rug, too.
180 wins, Kurt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Buck Smith. Like guys like car mechanics, Harold Brazier, guys like that, tough guys, man, that used to work. Grease Monkey. He was a grease monkey. He had an auto body shop. And then he moonlighted as a fighter.
Wow. Boxing Logic United, brother in Super Chat. And salute, Blue Blood. Good to know we still cool, champ. Happy to see you flourish. Salute to you, great brother. Oh, for sure, man. We talking boxing, man. We always going to be cool. 513 Road Natty, brother in Super Chat. Bud doesn't have Spence chin and Porter was clipping him. Oh, Bud don't have Errol Spence's chin and Shawn Porter was clipping him. What you think about that, Kurt?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I did the last part.
He said Terence Crawford don't have Errol Spence's chin and Shawn Porter was clipping him.
We don't really know how good Crawford and Spence's chin is. We've seen Crawford hurt more than Spence. But they don't get hit solidly like that. I mean, Bud's been buzzed by Caucus and Gamboa, but we really don't know. But you got to understand that Crawford, when he hurt, he's dangerous. He fights. Seems like he fights back. When I mean fight back, his resiliency. A lot of fighters don't have that. That goes back to his mother challenging other kids to fight. But Bud has a lot of dog in him. Kind of like Larry Holmes, a guy that will be hurt, get knocked down, then get up and then fight back like Evander Holyfield. There's a lot of unanswered questions. We don't know if Spence hurt how he's going to react, but we know how Crawford is going to react when he's hurt. And what I was impressed with Crawford and the Brook fight, it was not the knockout. When his eye was a mess because of the Brook jab, it didn't bother him. He just fought. And see, people don't pay attention to intangibles like that. Those are intangibles. A fighter can have talent, but he must have intangibles. His eye was a mess. His eye was getting ready to close up, and it didn't bother him one bit. So I pay attention to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Boxing Logic United, brother in the Super Chat. He said, Brother Kurt, that sounds all good and all, but he's been waiting to get his hands on a PBC fighter too long. Porter is a sacrificial lamb, champ.
Now, I won't call Porter's no sacrificial lamb. Porter is a tough out for anybody. For anybody. You see what he with Thurman and Spence, these are top-notch fighters. And he was right there, neck and neck. And if he's right there with Crawford, I wouldn't be surprised because he's just a tough out. He outboxed Danny Garcia. He beat Ugas. That looked like a really good win now. So Porter is nobody's sacrificial lamb. That's a tough out for Crawford.
Now, Zero Watkins, brother in Super Chat. No one looks good against Porter. Porter is a great fighter, even if he is not everyone's favorite. Nas' new album is a vibe. It's still fire. MC's out. Yeah, I like it. I like his new album. You like his new album, Kurt?
Who that?
Nas.
Yeah, man. Nas is a legend, man.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say, man? Guy keep making good music. Big up to Nas. Yeah.
Chappelle Show 56. What's going on? Eric Pryor, brother in Super Chat. He said, Bud doesn't get credit for his early fighting. The names were not as big, but he's been in the ring with talented guys and more experienced than most. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, at the level, Victor Postile, Thomas Delorme, what was that guy, the guy from the French guy, Thierry Jean.
Those are what you call meat and potatoes, not stars, but tough fighters that he beat.
Yeah, they build you up to who you are.
He went on the road to beat Ricky Burns. When you could win the title on the road like Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, you know that was a good win. He had a lot of solid wins, but he need that name recognition.
That Redis Prescott on what, 2-week notice?
That will open my eyes with Crawford when he beat Prescott.
Me too. I was like, man, this dude look like Pernell Whitaker. And remember, he was the underdog, and they advised him not to take that fight. Remember, Kurt?
That's true.
They told him, don't take that fight. So, why is this not coming up? Brother Jeffrey Brooks in the Super Chat. He said, does Tim Bradley have a good point when he said that nobody knows Bud nor Porter? So why is it on pay-per-view instead of ESPN? I agree with that 1,000%. 1,000%. You know, they putting too many fights on pay-per-view. It's not necessary. It's not necessary in my opinion. I think they're overdoing it with the pay-per-view. What you think, Kurt?
Absolutely. This would be a perfect fight on ESPN. It's a perfect fight for ESPN. But they're getting a little gritty with these pay-per-view. Now, Canelo Plant, that's a pay-per-view fight. I can see that. Of course, Wilder Fury, absolutely pay-per-view. But certain fights should not be pay-per-view, as in Crawford and Porter.
Yeah. And it's too many pay-per-views. Boston Logic United, brother, back in the Super Chat. He said, okay, Kurt, just wait and see, bro. Respect. He's talking
Respect
about
to
Shawn
you.
Porter. He's
Respect
talking about
to
Shawn
you.
Porter getting wiped out.
Respect to you. If that happens, then Crawford maybe he's just better than we thought. If he could wipe out Shawn Porter like that, I would be highly impressed. I'll be like,
Tunnel vision. What's going on, great brother? Yeah, if he just goes through Shawn Porter, that would be impressive. How many pay-per-views do you think this fight gonna sell, Kurt?
I would say 120,000.
Yeah, that's not good. That ain't good. That ain't good. You needs to be, you know, it needs to be more. Yeah,
I'll be surprised if it's over 125. I'll be very surprised, but I'll say 120, 100, 115, something like that.
Now we got another big announcement: the Cable Plant Canelo Alvarez fight, Kurt. and Canelo Alvarez, he spoke to it's like a Latin news channel, and it's in Spanish, but it was translated for me. And essentially, Canelo said that let's see if Caleb Plant, now he got to back up his words. It's official. What you think about that? That was good news to me, man. I'm like, man, I was excited.
Yeah, we need something like that. All the cancellations. You have the boxer versus the counterpuncher. Very interesting fight. It would be more interesting if Caleb Plant go in there and fight his fight, put together a game plan. See, a lot of people thought Ugas was going to just be a deer headlight. He fooled us all. That's why I picked against him. He fooled us all.
Mm-hmm.
The lights didn't bother him. The height of the fight didn't bother him. High profile fight. He treated Manny Pacquiao like another opponent. That was very impressive. And he put together a game plan. He executed his game plan, and you've seen what happened. The boxer always beat the guy who can semi-box. Now we go to Plant and Canelo. If Plant can get through the deer headlight syndrome, put together a game plan like Ugas, and treat Canelo like another opponent, it's going to be very interesting because of his style.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo's going to have a lot of problems if Plant boxes and says, "I'm here to win tonight." That's the most interesting thing about this fight. If he go in there and pulls a Calvin Smith or a Rocky Fielder, I'm here to be a crash test dummy, and I'll just fall between the 8th and the 10th round, and that's it. And I got my money. Then I'm gonna be highly disappointed because I know inside him he has what it takes to give Canelo trouble. I thought Billy Joe Sanders, I said he was gonna quit on the stool, but I knew Billy Joe would have his moments, but I predicted he was quit on his stool. Caleb and with Plant, I'm starting to feel different in a positive way about him. He seems to be very confident with the Andre Ward, giving him pointers. So I'm looking forward to this fight. This fight could be very, very, very interesting. Canelo winning a controversial decision. I'm not predicting yet, but I'm still breaking down film. But it could be very interesting.
Yeah, it goes the decision. I don't see Plant getting a decision.
No, me neither. Plant just have to watch out because you can hit Plant with an uppercut. I see that he was getting hit with uppercuts against Truax, and Canelo has a sneaky uppercut. So when you break down film, you see things like this. But if he move, that is Canelo's Achilles heel, movement. He has to, for Canelo to look good and win, you have to stand in front of him. He cannot do anything once you move. Anything. He becomes discombobulated.
Mm-hmm. Salute to the brother 513 Road Natty, brother in the super chat. Porter better hit up Sway again. Hey, they both need to be on Sway. They need to be on everything, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be on everything promoting that fight. Boxing Logic United, brother in super chat once again. If we on our job, I see 350K time for your YouTube boxing channel to flex. Yeah, but the problem is, Lou Henton, my brother, pillar of Blue Blood Sports TV. What's going on, great brother? The problem with what it is that today's time, there's so many different ways to stream fights. That makes it difficult. Leon Sterling, what's going on? People will stream fights nowadays. Nobody's going to choose to reach in their pocket and pay for some if they have the option to stream it. It's just not going to happen. Today's time with so many people streaming fights on so many different platforms, it takes away from it. So
you know what I see now?
What's that, Kurt?
You can go on Facebook and people will show you the fight on their TV in their living room.
Yeah. Sure will, Kurt. They sure will. And that's unfortunate. Generals Sir Khan, what's going on? Salute to Chicago. It's unfortunate for these fighters, Kurt. But again, You know what that is, Kurt? Too many pay-per-views. The next 3 fights, big fights we got, Kurt, are all on pay-per-views. They're all pay-per-views. Even Teofimo Lopez fight on a Monday is on pay-per-view. They all
now,
on
that
pay-per-view.
is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's only $20, but it's still pay-per-view. And so people going to look for other ways to watch these fights. If you use pay-per-view as a treat, people will buy it. You know what I'm saying,
Right.
Kurt?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But you know, this is they're watering down the pay-per-view model, right? It's supposed to be used as this is a mega fight, must-see fight. You paying the fee to watch it. You see what I'm saying? This is that Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. This is must-see. You paying to see this fight. George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, must-see. You got to pay to see this fight. You understand what I'm saying, Kurt?
Yep.
Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, must-see. Pay-per-view fight. Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, pay-per-view fights. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, pay-per-view fights. The other fights are not pay-per-view fights. It's just not. Everything is pay-per-view. Everything. I mean, it's just too much. You overdoing it. And so now people are like, oh man, I ain't paying for this. You're telling me I gotta pay for everything. I'm already paying for it. Now I gotta pay double, triple. No, come on, man. Any fight that's a name that's recognizable now is on pay-per-view. Come on, you're hurting the sport now. You're hurting the sport now. So now people are like, man, okay, you want to Lanchise Boxing, what's going on? Oh, you want to continue to just shove pay-per-views on me and try to dig in my pockets? Okay, now I'm just going to stream it and watch it.
Yep.
If you make it as a treat and you say, man, this is a fight, must see, it got to be on pay-per-view, yeah, then people will pay for it.
Boxing is a compelling sport. Listen, when you had the Great Depression in this country, I think was started in 1929, and Joe Louis was ascending upon the heavyweight division, he was selling out arenas. People was eating bread. They couldn't afford meat. They was only eating beans and bread. This is the Great Depression. But boxing is so emotional and compelling, he was selling out in that era. So that tells you if you put a pay-per-view on that's deserving, people will come out. Mayweather and Pacquiao, 4.6 million.
Mm-hmm. And you think about it, right, Kurt? Okay, Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Okay, it's not pay-per-view, but it's okay. I can see it's a still stretch. But then Tank versus Mario Barrios. Come on, what are we talking about?
Yep.
Kevon, brother in the super chat at 147. Arturo Gotti versus Marcos Madonna.
Hit too hard.
Hit too hard. Too relentless. Gotti gets hit too much. No. 513 Road Natty, brother in the super chat, dropping that good on us in the super chat. Al Heyman tried with PayBC on Fox, but the illegal streaming is hurting broadcasting across the board. They make money with advertising on primetime TV. People aren't watching like they used to. They got to recoup with pay-per-views. They're not recouping, though. They're not recouping. That's the problem. Mario Barrios, Tank Davis shouldn't be on pay-per-view at all whatsoever. There's no reason for that. None. At all. But let's get on out of here, Kurt, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Great boxing talk. Great show. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for all the love, people, man. Love talking boxing. Thank you for the fantasy matchups, man. That Bob Foster, Matthew Muhammad, man. I wish that could have happened. That would have been a doozy. But thank you for everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with some great boxing talk and content. Me and Blue Blood Sports TV. My name is Kurt Sugar, aka Curtis Anderson, and we will see you the next day.
Boston Logic United said a bowl of mixed bean soup is good, Kurt.
Hey, I love beans too, but listen, I gotta have meat.
Yeah.
I love beans. I'm a meat eater. Some people don't eat meat, but I love Angus beef or something like that. But the Great Depression, man, you look back and those some tough days. People wouldn't eat. Their stomach was touching their backs.
Yep. Emmanuel H. He said, "Do we have Tio going over 1,000 buys since he competing with Monday Night Football? It's only $20, so, but I don't see it doing no good numbers at all. It just, and the NBA comes back too, right?
Yeah.
It'll be preseason, but there'll be bad. It's just too much going on. Baseball, October and baseball.
You see that game last night? What a game, man! Woo!
Yep. Sure did.
Great game last night. Great game.
The Yankees, man, they stretched it out.
I know.
What Jerome Hall said is now $49.99. Oh, they definitely ain't gonna do nothing.
$49.99.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that. Kevin O'Neill, what's going on? Mario Alamzone, what's going on? Let's get on out of here. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.